Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 78 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt. I'll be your co-host today.
And I'm your other co-host, Joe.
And for those of you guys who follow this podcast, you might know that I frequently mention someone in the pod. I frequently mention that I do have a girlfriend, and she's real. She's here. She's joining us. So, Cass, thank you so much for joining us. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm ready to be here. This is my Super Bowl. I've been waiting for this one, so
You've
hello,
been an
thanks for
avid
having me.
listener, though, so I really appreciate that.
Yes, I've been an avid listener from before I even knew Matt.
Whoa.
From before we spoke.
Well, that just proves you're a real cinephile. You're not just on here because you happen to be with me. You're really gonna dive deep into these movies.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So yeah, anyways, just so our listeners can get more of a feel of, what you're into in the film space, can you maybe talk a little bit about, I don't know, some of your favorite movies, favorite directors, actors, like what do you like? What type of films do you like?
Yeah, I kind of like everything, but I think my tagline on Letterboxd is slightly above average film appreciator. I don't know if I'm cinephile status yet, but I really love a good drama, a 90s drama. Two of my four favorites are Greta Gerwig, kind of basic, but gotta love her. I feel like I don't know how to say everyone's names, but like directors, I love Kubrick and Scorsese, obviously.
Yeah.
I like horror, Spike Jonze, PTA. Yeah. Actors, I don't really know. I'm a big Pacino fan. I love Al Pacino.
Al Pacino's great. You like Saoirse though a little, right?
Yeah, I love Saoirse.
Timmy?
And Timmy's actually my most watched actor on my
Really?
Letterboxd stats, which I was surprised by.
And you haven't even seen Dune.
I know. I haven't seen a lot.
Oh, really?
I don't even have Call Me by Your Name or anything.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know. But who else do I like? That guy, to me, he is Ralph Rafe Fiennes, whatever, however you say his name.
No, you said you would say Ralph Fiennes, but his real name
Yes,
is Ray Fiennes. So
yes, yes.
actually, his real name is Ray Fiennes.
Also known as Ralph to me, so yeah,
Yeah,
I
Joe
like him.
loves him too.
Yeah, I'm a big
Oh,
fan.
he's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it.
That's great. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us. And
Yeah.
yeah, I guess before we start, we do like to talk a little bit about what's going on in our lives. Joe, I know you got a big trip coming up. Maybe you
Yeah,
could talk
so
about that a little bit.
yeah, I didn't really now it's official, so there's no going back at this point. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a nurse, so I'm actually leaving my job and I'm gonna be backpacking through Asia for like 3 months. We're gonna try to still do the podcast, because most of the release, I'm not going to the middle of the jungle. Like I'll be in pretty populated areas, so they'll have theaters and stuff like that. So we're gonna try our best to do it. But yeah, I'm starting out in Hong Kong and just kind of going all over the place. So hopefully I'll be able to see all the movies that come out, but we'll see.
That's gonna be so hard
Yeah, it's
to
going
go
to be
see
tough.
them
Yeah,
in Thai.
I mean, no, honestly, because when I went to, I try to go to a movie everywhere that I go, because I like to just, I don't know, I like going to the movie. So when I went in Japan, everything was in English. They just had Japanese subtitles. Same thing with Poland and Italy. So I'm hoping that it's like that, but we'll see.
It probably will. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
We almost went to a movie in Greece. Remember that?
Yeah, they had this cool outdoor movie theater. So it was a nice loungy theater, and they were playing Anora.
Yeah.
oh, that's
So we
great.
were gonna go to that because I actually really love Anora, but
Yeah.
I guess we were just lazy that night.
No, we were like, oh, let's go watch Hercules. And then we ended up watching Love on the Spectrum.
We actually ran through a whole season of Love on the Spectrum on that trip, but
Yeah, yeah.
it
But
was just so fun to watch. I don't know, it was good. But anyway,
yeah,
not
and
a
then
movie.
yeah, in terms of my life, no updates since the last episode. Actually, wait, I think I mentioned I booked Halloween Horror Nights. I think I mentioned that last
Yeah, you
time.
did, yeah.
So we'll be going. We could
We
rock our
got
new
Halloween
shirts.
Horror Nights.
Shout out, thank you, Kaz, for this. I love this shirt. Art,
Mine's Scream. It says no, you hang up.
and there's art back there. See,
And there's Labubu.
You should show. Oh, you can't show the poster that you have though.
which poster?
The
Oh,
art poster.
I'd have to mess
That's
around with
such
the
a good
camera.
poster.
Yeah, it's really cool. But it's up. Maybe I'll show it one day. Maybe I'll
You're
switch out this one because you hate that movie.
Hey, wait,
You don't like
wait. No.
American movies?
Okay. That's not what happened. Basically, I know it's one of Matt's favorite movies, so we like were gonna watch it one night, and then he put it on, and I was like, wait, I've definitely seen this before, because I have seen it, and then
How the hell did
he
you
did
see
I
it?
wasn't laughing enough for Matt's liking, so he's like, we're not
Oh,
watching it.
All right, that's not what happened at all.
That is exactly what happened.
No,
Oh, no, you go.
I put it on,
hmm.
and I'm like, every 5 seconds, I'm like laughing. I'm like, yo, isn't that funny? Like this and that. And she's like, this is just sad. This is sad.
It is sad. Don't you
It's
think it's a little bit sad?
It is, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's I don't know. It is sad, like, but when you're watching it and like the context of the scenes and everything, it is kind of funny.
They're
Yeah,
propping him up though. They're helping him get his movie made.
Yeah,
It's not making. Oh, it is kind of making
Yeah,
fun
or
of him.
he's leeching off of them. He's so
Maybe.
leeching off of them,
Isn't
and
like
his life is in disarray.
Didn't one of the Blu-ray? I read like one of the Blu-rays that they released of that movie had his movie
Yeah, it
attached
does.
with it.
The 4K edition.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool,
Yeah.
actually.
We got to
I do
get
wanna
that.
watch
Find that
it.
for you,
It's
Matt.
mad funny.
Yeah. But all right.
But yeah,
Anyways,
we were talking about that last night too.
What?
Like me and our friends. Like certain movies like that are comedies. Like I can't watch them because they make me so sad. Like 40-Year-Old Virgin. I can't watch that movie.
why? Oh, you can't.
It's
Yeah, but
just
that's
so
not real.
sad.
Is it like
It's
the
not a
cringe
comedy to
factor
me.
kind of that you
Yeah,
don't?
like I get so much secondhand like
Yeah,
embarrassment,
yeah.
and I feel bad, and they're always the butt of the joke, and it's not nice. So
What
yeah.
about Impractical Jokers though? You like that?
Yeah.
That's totally different.
That's
What,
kinda
they're
the
playing
same.
pranks?
Yeah, but they're the butt of the jokes a lot of times. Like when they have to do presentations on topics that they know nothing about.
No, that is so different. They're not like pathetic, lonely people that have no money. Like
He's trying his best. Jeez.
It could be good, that movie. We haven't seen it.
What? Which movie?
The movie he made. That
Oh yeah, Coven.
yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
oh yeah, okay.
All right, so yeah, I don't know if anything you want to say, Cass.
Got
Before
going
we
on in my
start.
life? No, nothing much. I'm definitely looking forward to Halloween Horror Nights because I've never been to Universal and I'm so excited. And I love horror or haunted houses, so I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is a great year. We've been watching Terrifier to prepare too. We have to watch the third one, but and maybe I'll show her FNAF. We'll see.
Yeah. I should watch FNAF.
Yeah, but all right. Well, I guess we could get started. And yeah, so just a little rundown before we start. We're gonna start with Together, which this episode's all horror, just to say. Together is the Dave Franco, Allison Brie body horror pick, and then we have Weapons, which was highly anticipated. It's Zach Creggers' second or third film, but it's his next film after Barbarian, which was a pretty big success with really no hype going into it. So he did much better on this attempt, in my opinion. And then we'll end with The Descent, which Cass actually chose, but we could talk about it later. I think it's an interesting one. So, but yeah, I guess we'll start with Together. So Joe, do you want to read this synopsis, or do you want me to?
Yeah. I have it pulled up. Alright, so it says, join us. With the move to the countryside already testing the limits of a couple's relationship, a supernatural encounter begins an extreme transformation of their love, their lives, and their flesh.
Initial thoughts, Joe?
I liked it. I thought it was good. Like I like all the body horror elements. It definitely feels in the vein of like kind of like The Thing, The Substance in terms of the body horror. Like I'm pretty sure the opening sequence is an homage to The Thing.
Yeah,
Spoke
I
about
definitely I could with the dog, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allison Brie and Dave Franco do like a really good. I mean, they're married, so obviously the chemistry's gonna be great. But they were great. Also the neighbor character. I don't know who plays him.
I really liked him,
Uh,
and what like is
it's-
eventually revealed about him too.
yeah, his name's Damon Harriman.
He was good.
But yeah, that whole kind of church aspect of the movie, I actually really liked. I wish they dove a little deeper into that and like what the cult was about. But you know, what else?
Yeah.
What do you else?
It is a short film,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it's really like propelled by the chemistry between the two leads, And obviously, like you said, they're married. I think it's like what 17 years they've been together or something. Do you remember,
Yeah, I
Cass?
think
They said it.
17.
Yeah, we were at a Q&A. So Dave and Allison were both there after the movie. They talked about it. It was
And
actually
Shanks.
yeah, and Shanks. Shout out to Shanks.
Yeah.
It's actually his directorial debut, I think, which is really
He was
impressive.
a writer, right? He was mostly a writer.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I just know this is his first film that he's directed, which pretty impressive, I gotta say.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was fun. It was like a really cool Q&A, and Cass almost like ran into Dave Franco or something, right?
Yeah, because
Really?
so basically they had like them, Shanks, Dave, and Allison like about to walk into the theater, and once the credits rolled, like I had to go to the bathroom, so I was like, I need to run out right now and leave and get back before the Q&A starts because I knew it was gonna start, but he was right there, so I walked like right past them, and then I ran past them again when I came back in, and I felt like I was so scared I was totally gonna interrupt their like intro, whatever, but it was fine. But I was right next to him.
So, what'd you think about the movie, though? You enjoyed it, I think, a little more than I did. But
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought everything was fun. I don't know. I really like contortion body horror. Like we were talking about this. I feel like I went to a haunted house a long time ago, and there was some crazy contortion, like the actors just in the haunted house. I think it was at Fright Fest at Six Flags.
mhm.
But ever since then, I'm like, this is the scariest thing. But they had some of that in this, which was really fun. And I do think the Q&A added because like Dave was talking about, how like they had a stunt double for him to do like the shower scene, stuff like that. And he was just like, no, he just ended up doing it himself. It's so gruesome and like looked so painful. And he said that it was like
Yeah,
terribly painful. So that was like really cool.
yeah, I like when actors just kind of put themselves out there, and like Tom Cruise does this a lot too. He never wants like a stunt double, but also he mentioned that scene where he pulls himself out of the cave on the rope. He said it was like a
Yeah.
super thin rope, so it was hard to grip. So he did one take and he really liked it, but like his hands were just like fucked up from climbing it. And the director's like, "Can you do one more?" He's like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." Did it again. Like his whole hands were. He said he had gashes in his hands from it. But yeah, it's just cool to see actors that are willing to, put themselves in harm's way for a role. But in terms of like the body horror, I personally was a little bit let down by it. For a movie that sort of advertised itself as, this peak body horror experience, and the premise itself of two people conjoining is like disgusting, and you could do so much with it. But I think the biggest opportunity they had for body horror, which was sawing their arms off, or their arms got connected and sawing them apart.
Yeah.
But right when they're about to start sawing, they just cut to them separated, and they're like eating food, and it was played as a joke. Like, why wouldn't you show that? That would have been nasty, and
I feel like it had to be budget. It's the only reason.
maybe.
I agree, yeah, but that was exactly what I thought when we watched it. I was just like, why wouldn't you show
Why?
that? Like, that's what I want to see, like the gore of it. But I saw a take online that said, I don't really know like the specific scenes, but I think there was a lot of moments like that where they like build the tension up to like a big moment and then they cut away right before it. And some people were saying that like they liked that because of whatever effect that has. It's kind of like not satisfying and. But yeah, no, for like a body horror, like I want to see the crazy stuff
Yeah.
too. So I wanted to see that sawing.
Yeah, because they show like part of it right when the saw enters that like web between them. There's like
Yeah.
it
It's kinda
gets
like the
blurry,
looking thing,
and
yeah.
like you kind of see it going in, and then it's like just cuts. So yeah, I was a little underwhelmed by the body horror. I can't really think of any like bloody body horror that really was in the movie.
I mean,
It-
maybe when Dave Franco kind of fights that like other conjointed, doesn't he like stab the thing?
Oh, that creature!
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
How you gonna forget about that?
What do you mean?
In the cave when he goes back to the cave.
What are you trying to say? We
You
watched
you
it.
gotta get your notes in.
I know you're right. You're right. I have some. I didn't take good notes on this movie. I gotta say, but like you mentioned, Joe, before that, like the cult church aspect, that kind of like world building, I was really a fan of that. I wish they explored that a little more. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
No,
go ahead,
continue,
Joe.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, I like that too, like the Plato, because apparently it's based on some myth from Plato, with like humans were created with 4 arms, 4 legs, 2 heads, and their whole life path is to like eventually find their mate after they were split apart. It's like I like that. But this movie was really like what romantic horror comedy, like a rom-com. Rom-hom. I don't know.
No,
But
rom-com was good, yeah.
I feel like filming it must have been a huge love fest because they.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean
Because
by that?
Dave and Allison have been together for I think it's less than 17. I think they're like 11 years,
Okay.
but Michael Shanks and his wife have been together for 17 years or
Yeah,
something
yeah, that
like
was
that.
it. Yeah.
So like the creators have been in love forever, and now they cast this couple, which I had no idea Dave was with her for that long. That's kind of crazy for
Yeah,
Hollywood.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. But yeah, it's funny because the director at Mr. Shanks, I'll give him his props. He was saying like it makes no sense that someone who's been happily married for 17 years would like come up with this story. Because it seems like someone who is going through a breakup would come up with this.
Fair.
I don't know.
I also like it. I feel like it talks. Well, not really talks. It shows a lot about like codependency in the movie, about like him not being able to. And I feel like that's like a problem in a lot of relationships sometimes. Is like having space and things like that. So I like the way they cover that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. Like, I feel like that was the most like obvious like theme. You know, they're together, and I feel like I like how they set up the whole plot with planting the seeds of things going wrong like from the beginning with the very awkward like Millie
Proposal.
proposes to Tim. Yeah, and it's like super awkward, and he. It was also interesting because she's kind of like the one that has a career and she's the reason they're moving out, and he's kind of cutting off basically his whole life to go out into like this random town, like whatever, taking the plunge, right? That was their last Facebook post. But yeah, what's the moral at the end? Because you have these two. Really, there's no cast. I would also gonna say like there's only really three. There's a really really small cast, and the neighbor, which I don't know his name. Do you remember his name?
It's hold on.
I wrote it down, I think. Hold on. Because I knew I would forget it.
Jamie's the name, but the actor's
Jamie,
Jamie.
yeah. Like he is a conjoined person.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's no way for them to survive this like curse from the cave. They just have to accept it and join. So like what is that supposed to be saying about codependency? Like just embrace it? I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, they said either one of them has to die. Well, they implied that because he was going to kill himself, Dave.
Yeah.
Or what is he? He's Tim in the movie, right? Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
So he was going to kill himself, and then she was like, no, let's do it. But yeah, I really like that character, though. That Jamie, and it's a cool twist that the reason why he looks normal is because he was gay, so the two men together, it doesn't look as like jarring as what gets revealed at the end.
Also, I felt like because the only other couple that like they really mentioned that was going into the cave was that one that went missing. So I thought that like is that supposed to be saying something about okay, Jamie, his couple is like their pure true love, so they can make this like joining and it works out. And same thing with Tim and Millie, like they can join and there's no problems. But then people were saying that couple that went missing is the deformed joined thing
Yeah.
that he encounters in the cave. So is that supposed to say that like their love isn't like good enough for like this Plato love cult in the cave?
I think
Church?
so. Yeah, I think it's supposed to imply that, they weren't the two pieces that were separated at birth. They were just like two people that tried to be that, and it didn't work out, and that's what went wrong. But I think Sorry, Joe. You keep trying to get a word in, and I keep
No,
cutting you off.
honestly, I don't remember what else.
Wait, the last thing on that also is that like I think like yeah, they're not a perfect romantic match, and in the movie they kind of did that nicely because it's the two things that are happening at the same time is when Millie's discovering the truth about the cult at Jamie's house, and it's like really creepy and kind of scary, and Jamie says to her that the unity cannot be resisted, and then it immediately cuts to Dave in the cave meeting like that creature, and he's like fighting for his life. So it's kind of like those two things at the same time, like the
Yeah.
unity can't be resisted, like
That's what happens when you resist it. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know. I
Maybe.
don't know.
But yeah, sorry, I'd never even like answered your question before about what is it saying about codependency. I think it's more just saying like in order to like their bodies physically combined is supposed to just represent like a good healthy couple relationship. Like they complete each other.
Yeah.
They're fine at the end. So it's like you have to accept everything about your partner and like fully be with them in order for it to work. You can't resist whatever, like accept their flaws, and that's the only way for, you know.
And I feel like
That was it. Go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say, well, one thing I was gonna say too about the ending. Would you have preferred if, like, I kind of wanted when they conjoined together to be like a body horror looking. Like, I didn't want it to come out and they just looked like the weirdo at the door. Like, I wanted them to, you know what I mean? Like, have
Tilly.
I don't know, but like, I just felt like like I don't know, more of a like. Remember how they came together in the beginning? Not beginning, like literally towards the end, and then like it's kind of CGI and they look all like weird.
Yeah.
I wanted more something like that, but wait, then I was gonna say something else.
It might have been too substancy.
Fair.
If you had
I'm a
like
big
that
fan of the
creature ending.
substance.
I like substance too.
Yeah, that's why. Wait, there was something else I was gonna say. But
Yeah, I don't know about the ending though. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. It's just like so weird. It's like a weird way to end it.
I feel like it was a product of the genre because like as a horror viewer, like going in to watch that wanting it to be like gory and scary, it's just really not. That's not what the movie is. Like there's a lot more comedy in it. So I feel like for somebody who wants the heart, maybe it feels cheap to have like a funny ending like that, but it kind of like follows through with the rest of the movie, I feel like.
Yeah, I guess, but I guess I kind of fall into that camp that does want it to be more horrific.
Yeah.
And
I did feel like the movie was also like very like well done, like a little bit by the books, but you know, you have all the foreshadowing from like the dogs in the beginning and the student draws the dogs and you know, the bells tell you that there's something going on here and then you see it at Jamie's house. Like all those like little pieces are nice, but we could also talk about like Dave's dream in the beginning, like his scary dream, like the first night when they move in, and you have his backstory of like his family, his parents, right? Like,
yeah.
It's his mother is laying in bed with his dead father, and it turns out that she was laying there with him for like days while he was just laying there dead. So that kind of just immediately starts off this idea of like creepy, no separation.
Yeah. And that they kind of like keep getting at that idea with the rats that he finds too, and he tells this story about how he had a dead rat in his room and like he just got used to the scent over time. I was trying to figure out what that story was supposed to be saying, how he like the scent got a little worse and a little worse and a little worse every day, so that after however many months that rat had been there, the gradual change to like the disgusting smell of it, he'd never even noticed because it was so gradual, but when someone like stepped in, they noticed right away. What was that trying to say in terms of his character? Did it mean anything? Is it supposed to relate to like the larger story?
Anything, it relates to Alison Brie's character more because she has to put up with so much of Thomas. That's his name, right?
Tim.
I'm sorry. Of like, you know, he doesn't really have any direction in life. She's the one like carrying the relationship. So I feel like if anything, it relates to her. But I guess I don't know. Maybe he was just like trying to talk about trauma with his dad or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like the only interpretation of that would be like kind of a grim look at relationships. And like, I mean, I agree because she is the one dealing with more, or so it seems, because it's not really in his control to a certain extent, obviously, but like anybody, either of them in a relationship, like kind of like this dead rat, like this terrible scent that you just start kind of getting used to and putting up with is also like problems in a relationship where like you're like so comfortable and your lives are so intertwined that you like don't want to like let go of it, so you just like slowly just tolerate like this like terrible stuff.
I guess that actually makes sense though, because then it would be like sometimes it takes an outside perspective to say like, you know, what is that horrible thing, and you're like, what? and then you don't realize until someone points it out. So yeah, but you're right. That is pretty grim.
It's like kind of, yeah. But I feel like there were more lighthearted like takes on relationships, like the sawing scene, and then they're eating there and like hanging out and kind of like laughing. I saw online people saying like this is so real about relationships. Like when you get older, and you're in these serious relationships, like you are going to deal with very heavy and tough stuff, at some point, and you weather the storm, and then you can get over it in some way, or even like in the middle of an awful thing, they're so close you can kind of still find those moments of like just laughing and hanging out.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. That's how I'd like to look at it, I guess. But did you guys have a favorite scene in particular? Should I say
I did
mine?
like the shower.
You didn't
Like how
like it?
she's drive. I did like it. Like
Oh, you
she's
did.
driving the car, and every turn she makes like whips him around. Or I feel like one of the standout scenes is when she's like, we need to sleep in different rooms, and then it takes over her, and she's crawling in the contortion, and they form. I like that
Yeah,
one too.
I was gonna say that hallway scene. I think was my favorite scene. Just them like being physically separated so far in the rooms, and then getting forcefully pulled towards each other. And like you said, the contortion is really well done. And one thing I didn't mention, but they mentioned it in the Q&A, was that they filmed the whole movie in 21 days, which is kind of crazy. So they said like they spent, I think it was like an entire day just on that hallway scene, or maybe more. So just there's a lot of like choreography that went into that, and there was like a bit of the body horror elements. Actually, now that I'm thinking about that scene, what do you think the pills represented? If we're talking about, like the pills stopping them from joining, is there no deeper meaning to that? Is it just literal?
Wait, that was just he was prescribed that as like because he had anxiety, and it was like a muscle relaxer.
But when they
Maybe
took it, they stopped like combining.
Maybe it's like, I was gonna say sometimes in a relationship, I feel like people like, well, obviously not healthy relationships, but like they'll like to tolerate being around the other person. They'll resort to like alcohol or drugs or things like that.
You think it's that literal?
I mean, maybe. What I can't really think of like.
I don't know. That's why, because the literal reason in the movie is like it's a muscle relaxant. So since their muscles are relaxed, it stops them from joining.
That's how I saw it, like just biological.
Okay,
Like this.
yeah. Is there a deeper meaning? Am I thinking too hard about it?
I
Maybe.
don't know.
But Joe, do you have a favorite scene? Sorry.
Probably the hallway scene.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
What do you
Be
mean?
creative.
You said two different scenes.
And one of them was hallway. Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, I like when the opening sequence is really cool with the dogs. I like that a lot.
How about the scene where they're in the bathroom at the school, and he gets stuck?
You creep, man.
I'm just asking what you
You
think about it. I'm just asking what you think about
I mean,
it.
it's a cool scene. It's just like being in the school kind of makes it like
It's weird,
Yeah,
right?
It's weird.
that was
yeah.
so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it was.
Yeah.
And like painful to like watch. Like, oh my
Watch it.
gosh.
Yeah. They said when I was looking at some of the trivia about the movie, they said that someone who worked on set was like in some way involved with like a sex shop, so they were able to get the prosthetic for free, like all the prosthetics for that for free, and it was like an actual prosthetic that they set up, which is kind of disgusting, but it's like
Yeah.
it's cool that it's practical, I guess.
That was fun.
But honestly,
Yeah.
that scene actually is important to the movie, though, because if you notice before that, when they go to the cave, Tim is the only one that drinks the water, and he's the only one that has the attraction towards her and, like, getting pulled towards his partner, this and that. It's only after they have sex in the bathroom that she also feels it. So it was, like, transmitted.
STD.
I thought that she got it from... Because remember she goes into the house and drinks the water from the guy's house?
Oh, maybe...
That's what I thought.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Actually, you're
That was
right.
after I thought. No.
Was that after they started joining
Prompts her to
already?
go into his house in the first place. Why does she go over there?
She gets into a fight with Tim.
And she needs her keys or something, right? I think she left her keys.
No, but she
And
had
then
to be there.
He follows her there.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes,
he's
yes.
outside the window, and then he comes. So yeah, and then I think. But
I
either
don't
way, she does go into his house and drink water.
actually. Yeah, you're right. I
That's
wasn't
probably
thinking about
right.
it like that, but yeah, that kind of makes sense that he would maybe set her up to do
That's what I
that.
took it as, yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, he sees them in the. Like, he sees his foot go down in the bathroom, and he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of random how he like latches onto them though. Like it's kind of random
Well,
because from
sorry.
the
Go
jump
ahead.
he's like interested in her.
Yeah, it does seem like he's romantically interested at first,
Yeah.
because the way he says like, "Oh, your partner" or whatever, kind of like mockingly, or not. Doesn't he? She says like something weird, referring to her boyfriend. She
Yeah.
says like,
Yeah,
I forget exactly what it
I
was,
forget too.
but then I
He
forget
brings
the.
it up
Yeah, he
later.
brings it up and he's like, in like a mocking kind of way, like, "Oh, is
Yeah.
this whatever?" When he meets him, and it gets kind of awkward. But yeah, I love the reveal too of his character when you see the bell and then you know. I thought
Yeah.
that was cool.
I feel like that was one of my favorite scenes too, and shout out Willowbrook because they have the VHS. So I was like, oh, OMG, Willowbrook.
Together's
But
copying us.
yeah, but I like that part, and you know what? Like, is it such a bad thing? This cult is it actually bad? Is it evil? It's just love, love cult.
Facts. Yeah.
How about that one? Yeah.
It is. It is just a love cult in the woods. They don't hurt people.
That's true, but I mean, I guess you're right because like, who's benefiting from it? Like, it's not like there's some
I think
leader of it that's like benefiting from
they
them
just they just want
joining.
more people like them.
It's the truest way to live life. You got to find that cave.
And they had like cute other little things in the movie, like in the beginning. I think it comes up in the beginning, the Spice Girls song, right?
Yeah.
The
Oh
song is
yeah.
called "Two Become One," and they play it again in the
Mm.
end. Like that's a fun little part of it.
Hmm. Yeah,
But yeah,
it was a short little. I think like we kind of went really in depth on it, but it is just kind of like a short little body
Yeah.
horror. It's like it was like 90 minutes or more. I forget.
Something like that. Yeah.
are there things that you wanted more from the movie, like or critiques or anything gripes you have?
Yes, more body horror.
Body horror. Yeah.
Show
Anything
us.
else?
Show us the blood.
Show us.
I kind of wanted like I would have liked them, you know, trying to find some sort of cure or a little bit like of an arc there of
Hmm.
actually trying to figure out how to like get past this because they were not nearly freaked out enough that they're literally merging and like the sawing arms apart. That's like a surgery thing. That's not some little flesh wound, right? That seems
Yeah.
like a lot.
Now that you mention it, they are a little, just like slightly too nonchalant about the whole thing. Like they don't really try that hard to figure out a solution or like tell anyone really. They're just like, this is
Yeah,
happening. We have to deal with it. But I
Like,
guess
why didn't they initially not want to go to the hospital?
exactly. Like the legs in the cave, I think that's normal, right? Because
Yeah.
they're in this weird cave. But when they have sex and he's stuck in her, that's not normal. Like what is that?
yeah, and
That's
the
scary.
hair too. Remember the
hair.
Her
hair?
hair. Oh, that was a good one too.
Yeah. The lips stuck together. That's like that was the poster. It's a cool like just cool imagery, but that wasn't that
Yeah.
crazy. The hair was fucking nasty.
Yeah.
I feel like there was more, but I'm forgetting.
One thing that I was thinking after I saw it was that I feel like this would have been a really good movie to have been based off a book. Like I feel like I would have liked to like read this.
It's not.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe it
They
is.
could always write a book about it.
I feel like it would be a fun read because I don't know why. That's just something that I was thinking.
I don't
They
read,
could
so
always they could always like just keep like they could always make. I mean, they wouldn't use those characters again, but they could tell another story to do with that kind of cult or like whatever.
actually, this is one other thing we forgot to talk about.
What?
Are you mocking me? But
I like how you both at the same time. Put your finger out.
she was making fun of me. But anyways, didn't they like steal the idea or something? What was that about?
Oh my gosh, the drama!
What do you mean they stole the idea?
Apparently,
Pull up the receipts, man. Pull up the receipts.
okay. Let me pull up the receipts.
It was
Actually,
kind of debunked.
you pull up the receipts while I discuss it a little bit. But
Fine.
do it. So apparently, someone wrote the script who was like very like lesser known for a very similar movie with the same concept of people kind of conjoining, and Dave and Allison were like, we don't want to do it, whatever. And then they took the idea themselves and brought it to Neon, or was it A24? No, it was Neon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh, we have this idea for this movie, and like just stole it completely. Was I wrong?
No, you're right. And when I first saw this, to be honest, the evidence is a little bit damning. Like, apparently the original like script has very specific similarities, like the same Spice Girls song, like similar scenes. But then, and they are facing a copyright infringement like lawsuit right now, according to online. But yeah, it's stolen from like this 2023 film Better Half. But then I saw online that like the whole thing is debunked because something about like Michael Shanks submitting the script before that movie was even made.
So who's the leak?
I don't know, like I don't know how to feel, but we knew about that. That kind of got released like once it was coming out. So it was right before our Q&A. So I was kind of wondering if that was going to like find its way into the Q&A at all, but it didn't, obviously.
We should have asked that. Just put them on the spot.
Then you'd literally get taken out back and shot. They'd be so mad.
Yeah. But you were right next to him. You should have been like, you thief.
Yeah, I should have started yelling at him.
Yeah.
And then punched him.
Yeah. You could have done that. Sawed his arm off.
They had the punching bag outside the AMC.
Oh, yeah, they had the smashing
that's
machine.
Why I say that. I'm not violent. I'm not violent.
Yeah, guys, she's not. She's not. So you guys have favorite characters?
Out of the three?
Yeah.
Probably Alison Brie's character.
I gotta say Tim.
I like Tim as well. I think he's... Alison Brie's character annoyed me a little bit. Like, even though she was, you know, the breadwinner and she was more successful than him, I just feel like she unintentionally was kind of putting him down the whole movie in terms of like what he's trying to do in his life. And I don't know, she just annoyed me. I was more of a fan of Tim for sure.
What was I gonna say? I just forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I sent Matt today this is a little bit tangential, but Celine Song was talking about Materialists, and some interviewer asked her about like a review being like, this movie celebrates broke men or something like that, and she went off, right? So that's kind of like this movie a little bit, because he's broke, right? I mean, I don't know.
Okay, he's broke, but I feel like the thing is, like, he doesn't actually try to like actively do anything to not be broke.
Well, he's trying to get his
he's
band.
not trying. He's not trying. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a job. He's playing
Bro.
like at bars.
His passion project.
Come on, dude.
What if he makes it big?
No, I mean, do your passions, but also work. Like, our passions movies. I'm not quitting fucking nursing to start doing the podcast.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too realistic, but...
No,
yeah, you're right.
How does he not have anything else going on?
That's
and he's
like,
moving into a house.
He went through trauma. Show him some respect.
Also, wait, I forgot. This is what I forgot to say. The mom and dad thing reminded me of like The Shining a little bit, with like the dead.
What the?
Wait, no, not The Shining. Wait, is it The Shining?
Which one? Which scene are you talking about?
I don't remember dead parent.
With the
bed.
The dead grandmother. In the
Weekend at Bernie's.
What am I thinking of?
Oh, Psycho.
Psycho. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Like when he dreams and then there's like the bed.
The dead. Well, the mom doesn't want to like let go of the dad, so that's why.
Yeah. I didn't really see Psycho in that, to be honest with you. But
doesn't he save the grandmother's body because he can't let go? Like
actually, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Now I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That scene did feel like a little out of nowhere in terms of like the rest of the movie, though. But I know we talked about it before, but I just didn't
feel like
say
they
that.
needed like a scare scene in there, so they just like.
Yeah. Like something weird and creepy looking. That was kind of similar to the weapons dreams.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that soon. I don't know if you guys have anything else to say. I'm pretty much.
Yeah.
Cass.
My last thing is that Doesn't Matt kind of look like Dave Franco?
No.
Honestly, no.
No.
You kind of do.
I
You
don't see
kind
it at all.
of
No, I
do.
don't.
I feel like you do.
Bro, he has a mullet.
Pull up a picture. Pull it up.
Oh yeah, when that was happening, yeah. Pull up a picture, Matt.
Yeah.
Put you side by
Well,
side.
like Dave
Alright, hold
Franco in this movie, or just Dave Franco in general?
Like both. I feel like honestly, this couple just plays himself in the movie.
Well, yeah, that I agree with, but I don't see the Dave Franco looking.
Oh,
What happened?
did you kick him out?
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Hey, can you,
Oh,
what
sorry,
did
Joe.
you do?
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I just kicked you
That's
out. I meant to click. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Sorry, audience.
I
One
think
second.
I think it's just your big eyebrows, Matt.
Wow. Thank you. Okay.
But you kind of look like him.
I meant to click this. Wait, sorry.
You can do it.
This. That's me?
You picked a bad pick of him.
Alright.
Well, you need to get
That's
him
me?
with OMG.
They
You need
asked
to
him
get
about-
him with like bowl haircut, or you need to slick your hair back.
Wait. This. This is how he looks. This is for Together
That
Press.
kind of looks like you.
Bro, no, it doesn't.
I think it's
That looks
just a
nothing
mustache.
like me. That looks nothing
Alright.
like me.
Well, that was my last note. You guys shot me down. Ask the viewers. Ask
that
the
us?
Viewers.
That's low-key us.
This movie was kind of about us. I actually
Kinda.
haven't gone a day without seeing Matt in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're starting to conjoin.
You're gonna put-
It's getting
Alright,
bad.
alright. Yeah.
I'll saw our arms apart though, and I'll actually show the audience. Not like this movie. Alright, I think we could rate it.
Yeah.
I could go first. So,
Go first.
alright, I will. So together, I gave it 3.5 stars, 7 out of 10. I think it was a fun little horror pick, and you know, it has some bigger themes going on about relationships and codependency, like you said, Joe. I just think for the concept of the movie and how it was marketed, it was like a serious letdown in terms of what we actually got with body horror. I wish there was more grotesque imagery, because I feel like you really can do a lot with the concept, and I just think it fell a little bit flat on that aspect. But I still think it was a fun watch. I really liked it.
It's harsh. A little harsh there.
What do you mean? I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's not hard.
Okay. You go, Jeff.
Alright, so I gave it an 8 out of 10, so a 4 out of 5. Like Matt said, the themes of like codependency and relationships I really enjoyed, and I kind of he said as well. I wish there was a little more body horror, but I still thought it was like one of the better horror movies this year.
I also gave it 8 out of 10, 4 stars on Letterboxd. I think I said everything that I basically said in my review, but I love the contortion. I love the lore of the love fest with the cast and crew. And I also definitely kind of added a little bit of points because I really liked the Q&A. And our theater was really fun too. Like everyone was laughing, and yeah, you had like that creepiness with the laughing. So yeah, I liked it. But my ending of my review says the ending though ... Not sure how to feel.
Wait, now that you mentioned that about it was a great theater that we were in. There was like a, you know, whenever you go to those Q&As, obviously there's people who are excited about the movie. Was that the one where there was like a guy just maniacally laughing the entire time, or was that something else? No, that was
I
Eddington.
don't know. That might
right?
have, yeah. Wait, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't listen to the last episode, but I need to
Whoa.
listen because I loved Eddington, and I actually Metropolis too. I want to watch. But anyway, what did you say about the Q&A for that one? Because we were saying that this Dave Franco one was so much better than
Yeah,
the last Q&A.
I was saying it was a little lame. I mean, Ari Aster was fine, but the moderator was just like not great. It was like really awkward. When the Dave Franco one was much better, the moderator was so much better. But for some reason, the Ari Aster one was like whoever the moderator was, like
Matt, don't hate. What if he listens?
he doesn't. No one listens. But he was like trying to convince the audience that him and Ari Aster were friends for some reason. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Ask him a good question. He was like, oh yeah, I got to talk to you about this another time. We never got to talk about this movie. Like, bro, I don't care. Like, you guys are friends? All right, that's great. Like, ask a good question. But
I
yeah,
feel like you were hating a little bit too much on him, but definitely it was more natural and like lighthearted and fun for this
I
one
think
put
also
together.
Ari Aster in general is just like a little bit more of kind of an awkward guy, and
Yeah.
Dave is very kind of like, oh, we did this for the movie, we did this, like whatever. And Allison also the same way. So it was easier for them to speak to a crowd like that. And also like directors, obviously they're not, audience facing or anything. So
Didn't we go to something where he was a moderator, Ari Aster? But I remember him be not that he was weird. He was just like a little like awkward at times.
yeah, it was that film Rumors.
Oh,
Remember? That was good. That was cool actually. He was
Yeah.
better in that one, but I like him a lot. We started
Oh,
Bo is
yeah.
Afraid, but we can only get. Cass doesn't like it. She was giving it a
Really?
DNF. Did not finish. So
Why?
Maybe I need to finish it because I was so excited for Beau was Afraid like before it came out, and then I saw such bad reviews, and I was like, okay, well, I don't really want to sit through this
Matt,
movie.
Matt likes it a lot more than me. It definitely takes some big swings. Like it's really ambitious, but I don't know. It's a little.
she didn't get to
all
like
over
the
the
end. We only
All the-
we only
We
got,
got to like the play scene.
I
in the
love
woods.
that scene.
Okay, yeah.
I like
scene's
that
sick.
scene. I like that scene. So far, that's like my favorite part because my main problem, which we're not reviewing this movie right now, but my main problem with Beau is Afraid is that it's annoying because it's so long in the beginning and he is in these impossible he's like a paranoid schizophrenic running
Yeah.
around and everything is coming at him from all angles at all times and he cannot catch a break and there's just nothing he can do. So I'm like, okay, this is just anxiety inducing for no reason. Like this is just not for no reason, but like with no release, and it's just so annoying.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what is the point of this? Like
But
Like, I
that is
remember-
the point. That
Yeah.
is the point.
I get it, but it's not very. Have you seen Drunk Love? I also don't like that one.
I haven't.
It's an Adam Sandler movie, but it's not like you really usually have seen Adam Sandler. But it's
it's
anxiety movie.
I know it's PTA.
Yeah.
PTA, yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, but we do have to move on. We're sorry, not to cut you off, Joe. Just because this is gonna end up being like a 4-hour
I
episode.
know.
All right,
So
so
we do movie news or what?
no weapons.
Okay.
I'll read the synopsis. That was Cass when there was a jump scare in the movie. She was like, like literally like that.
You had a big theater when you went.
Yeah. Actually, we had a fun theater. I remember during certain parts, I forget which part it was, but I think when the girl came out with the scissors, the whole audience was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
But-
theater too.
Anyways, let me read the synopsis here. When all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance.
You're not gonna read the big ass, the main synopsis.
Bro, it's the
Last
tagline.
night at 2:17 a.m.
No, should I do it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
No,
thought you were gonna read that.
it was like the
Yeah.
kid's voice.
Yeah,
They're like, last night at 2:17 a.m.
what the hell's the kid's name? James,
No.
right, or something?
Alex.
Oh,
Alex Lilly.
Yeah.
Alright, fine, I'll read it. Last night at 2:17 a.m., every child from Mrs. Gandy's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, walked into the dark, and they never came back.
But they did. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, they did. But that's a great concept for a horror movie. And I've been really excited for Weapons for a while. Just hearing about, it's a lot of people have talked about this, but there was a bidding war with the movie. New Line Cinema ended up winning, but Monkey Paw was second up. They offered, I think, like $7 million less, and Monkey Paw is Jordan Peele's studio. So apparently Jordan Peele was willing to like shell out the money himself because he wanted to be involved with the movie so bad, but they ended up losing, and he like fired people on his team who were responsible. So when you hear something like that from Jordan Peele, who actually, Cass, we were just talking about Jordan Peele and how I think he's a little overrated, but that's
Whoa.
All right,
I
hold
didn't
on.
say
All
that.
right.
I didn't say
All right,
that.
all
I
right,
did
all
not
right.
say that.
That's a
Wait,
conversation for another time.
Matt said it, or
Matt said it.
No, I never said that. Anyways, so yeah, when you hear about that going in, you're gonna be excited naturally, and there was a lot of hype behind the movie, and I think it, for the most part, like met all the hype.
It hits every single way. That movie was amazing. It's perfect. I mean, I have some problems, but it's basically perfect.
I was surprised how high you rated it. I won't spoil your rating quite yet, but I thought it was
Probably
great.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and going in, people were like, "Oh, it's Magnolia-esque. It's a horror epic." I was like, "What? Like,
Which
how is that even?"
Magnolia is in my 4 favorites. So when you sent me that tweet from the beginning, I was like, "Oh, let's go!" And it was so good.
Yeah, it was like they did the intertwining storylines so well,
Yeah.
and one thing that I think actually made the intertwining storylines work so well, which I was thinking about after, is the first one follows the teacher. What is it? I forget her name. Julie, Justine. Sorry.
Justine.
So Justine, she's the first one. Then the next one is whoever, the cop. But each one gets like shorter and shorter as they go, which I think helps a lot with the pacing because we've already seen all of this stuff. So when you're retreading, it makes more sense to do it in like a confined period of time, like shorter than what we just saw. And I think that helped the film flow so much better. It's pretty long, and it kind of flew by.
Yeah.
I never was thinking about the runtime the entire time.
It didn't
And
drag at all.
yeah, another thing that helped that process, I guess, or way that they chose to make to display the story was the fact that all the characters are so interesting and all of them are so well played that you care about each one and you're invested in what's going to happen in the story. So I think that really helped as well. So I don't know if you guys want to add something.
I was just what's his name? The director, Zach Creger, right?
Yeah,
he
Creger,
does such a good job of balancing all these characters. Because like, there's a lot of characters in the movie like that you get to know. So and I feel like they do a really good job of like getting you invested in these characters, even though they may not have like a lot of screen time. Like Benedict Wong's character, like even though he only has maybe what like 15-20 minutes of screen time, his scenes are fantastic. Like especially the gas station scene. I mean, they released that before the movie came out, but and just I don't know the way that like each like you said they get shorter, but they also like add more or like different context to other parts of the story as it goes on. I also really liked I don't know his name, like the drug addict character.
I love him.
He was
Now
great.
he was a show stealer for
Yeah.
this movie.
Yeah,
Really.
he was a fan favorite, I think,
He
online.
was so funny, like comedic relief, but also like some of the scariest parts. Like, oh, so good.
He kind of felt like to me kind of like the audience's like I feel like the most I don't know that's how people would react if they were in those situations and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I feel like he definitely brought a lot of levity to what was happening. Like when he's going,
That big word.
well, you don't know what that
Levity?
means.
Levity? No, I never heard that.
Oh God, that better be a real word. That better be a real word.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on.
I believed him too. So I
Yep.
think it's a real-
Humor, especially the
Oh,
treatment
good
of a
word.
serious matter with humor. Levity. He brought it, and also, yeah. So I'm not gonna say the word again, but he he brought it, and there are certain points where it's like very serious and very dark, and he's like, "Oh, Willow on DVD, sweet," or like he's like, "Yo, you guys good?" Snapping in the parents' faces. Also, I think Josh Brolin's character did that at points too. One of the funniest scenes in the movie, in my opinion, was just when he woke up from the dream and it was like that serious ass dream, and you're like, "What is happening?" And it's so scary, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like the way he delivered that line was so good, and it was so funny. So, like you said, Joe, it goes to like balancing the tones. But
Yeah.
go ahead, Cass.
Like,
Sorry.
and I feel like before
No,
this,
go ahead.
wait, what happened?
No, I
No,
didn't say anything. Go.
no. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Before this, I watched Barbarian, which is his kind of like first really horror. And I was telling Matt, I feel like the tonal switch is not done well, but in this, it's so much better and it feels a lot more natural. Like the comedy in Barbarian, I feel like is more situational, where like this, it just feels like things that happen are just kind of like the context of things are funny, so it feels like it's like more not forced, I guess.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But Cass, you wanted to say something before or no?
No, I don't even know, but I would agree. Like, when I watched Barbarian, I mean, I liked it, but I kind of did have that feeling that it's a little bit like amateur and, not. I don't know. I wasn't like in love with Barbarian, and I mean, it was a really scary premise, but it's not extremely original or like the idea of kind of something super scary happening in an Airbnb or whatever. Like I feel like that's kind of well known and a little bit easy. And then, no, I agree. Like, this one was leaps and bounds ahead of Barbarian. And, like, going back to, like, the switching point of views thing, I felt like the building of the whole story and, like, finding out all the little pieces, like, obviously, kind of, but going hand in hand with that, was so well done. And, like, the characters, like we said, too. Some of them you kind of, like less or more. Oh, I'm getting a call.
Oh.
It's not me. It's not me.
Wait, grab that phone and just hit the red phone button. Sorry about that, fans. Sorry.
But yeah, like, I don't know, like, we were speaking about this because we actually saw this movie with 3 of my best friends. Shout out Ryan, Caitlin, and Layla on the pod. But anyway, we talked about it like a lot afterwards, and I don't know, I feel like Justine, you kind of don't like her for a while, but I loved how, like, she's enemies with Archer, and then they're the ones that come together and, like, really solve it, and she's also connected with the cop, obviously, and then he has this thing going with this homeless guy and who's an addict and is stabbing him in the face with needles. Like, it was so good.
Yeah, what you say about Justine, though, about her being unlikable, that's something that I did not expect at all going in. I thought she was going to be treated as, like, this completely innocent teacher that's just put up on the stake by all the parents of the kids because she obviously wasn't involved in their disappearance, but they just need someone to blame. But she was shown to have a lot of issues and not necessarily be a great person. There's, like, hints of her being an alcoholic, and then they mentioned she had a DUI.
Hints? Yeah, she had a DUI.
No, I meant, like, hints at the beginning.
Yeah,
But then
and
like,
she got kicked out of her last school.
Yeah, but that gets revealed towards the end when Archer goes to the
Yes.
sergeant and is like, I did my own research on her, whatever. But she's, like, really unlikable, especially at the beginning. I liked her more as it went on, but when she has, like, the one night stand with the guy and she's just like, that scene of her in the morning after where she's, like, with the cup of coffee and starts playing the music, just looking, like, so accomplished. I was like, bro.
She's, like, gloating after she made him relapse and cheat on his wife.
Yeah. I was like, dude, what the fuck? But, yeah.
And I feel like it bothered me how much she, like, when obviously her pushing is the narrative of the story of trying to figure out what's going on, but, like, her insistence on pushing even though the principal is telling her no, and, like, her having previous instances of doing this, I don't know why that irked me so much. Like, obviously she's doing it for a good cause, but, like, the context of it, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like, I forget who it was. I think it was the cop that kind of was real with her and was like, you give yourself this pity party and everything's always about you and, whatever he said. I forget exactly what it was. But that's definitely so true and so irritating. Like, the principal telling her that she needs to be less inappropriate, like, even if it's not, like, inappropriate in the way that we're thinking, like, you should not be driving students home. Are you dumb? Like, you are a teacher. What are you doing? These are young children. Like, you can't just be, are you crazy? And following Alex home and going into the backyard, like, what is wrong with this woman, actually?
Yeah. It worked out in this case, but yeah. It's just, it's so weird. I just wasn't expecting the film to, like, paint her in that light. Yeah. But also, wait, when we read the synopsis on Letterboxd, and it said, like, all but one child, that wasn't shown in the marketing, right? I thought it said the whole class, right?
Yeah.
So that must be new. I thought that was a great reveal to start it off, because I thought going in, like, everyone was going to be missing, and it's like, wait, there is one kid. So it's like, why was he the one kid? Like, where does this go? So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But
the fact that they reveal that in the trailer, like, you're obviously going to know, well, it has to do something to do with this kid.
Yeah. But even throughout the movie, you're trying to figure out, like, why him? Because it seems everything's fine. But,
and side note, he was so good.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been seeing tweets that are saying that like, kids are ruling horror recently with, like, Bring Her Back and this movie, and there was another one, I think, I forget. 28 days later. Which, I mean, I wasn't obsessed with the kid in 28 Years Later. I liked the guy, the little jit in Bring Her Back. He was really scary.
Yeah.
But honestly, this kid Alex was so good. He had such an intense face, and I almost cried when we first learned kind of about what was going on, because, like, there's nothing he can do, and he's watching his parents hurt themselves, and there's literally nothing he can do, and I felt so bad for him. Um, but yeah, he was so good, that
He
little
was really
kid.
good, and he's not. When you see, okay, yeah, there's a creepy little kid in a horror movie. They're usually following a typical stereotype, but he was not like that. He was just really good. Like he
Yeah.
gave a great performance. Even his facial acting, which for a kid is kind of crazy, like his facial expressions and his just look of emptiness when he's in the class. There's like nothing behind his eyes because like at first you don't know why, but then when you find out the reason, it's like horrible.
Yeah.
But he was great. I know, Joe, you mentioned he's going to be in something coming up, right?
Yeah, he got cast in the Green Lantern show, like
Oh, okay,
immediately
okay.
after this. I don't know, they don't. He's just gonna play probably like a younger version of somebody, but it's still cool that he's in it.
We'll get to see him smile for once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
he
was so
deserves it.
sad in this
Hopefully they
movie.
give him like a happy origin story, or like,
Yeah.
his parents get killed by an alien or something.
I do want to talk about some bad things that I have to say about the movie.
Already.
I think there are some plot holes, and some of them are pretty major. I just don't see how the police would not have found those kids earlier.
Yeah, I agree
It
100%.
doesn't really make sense. Like at one point, Archer, his character is like, all he does is look at two people's rings and draw a line of which direction the kids ran, and they intersect at a point, and like that's where the house is. Like that's the first thing that the police would do, is that exact thing. Like how did no one think to do that
But
up until that point?
They did search her house.
Yeah, but I mean that's true. Yes, there's that scene that shows okay the kids ran away for one day or whatever, but they would be on top of it. I think enough to figure it out
Yeah,
quicker.
I mean, Justine goes by the house and she peeks through the window and she sees these zombie parents, but like in the same way, it makes absolutely no sense. There's one kid that's still there. If you go to his house and you see newspapers all over the wall, a new crazy aunt who is like actually insane, parents who are basically nonverbal and not coherent, like how are there not more red
Yeah.
flags that are being investigated? It's just that was a little bit ridiculous.
She
I
goes to the
agree.
school and she's like, "Oh, like he had a stroke, but he's just with me." And he has like obvious makeup all over his face because
Like
like the
what?
fork stabs in his face. She's like, "Oh yeah, he just had a stroke." Like, all right,
Yeah.
where's the mom then? Oh yeah, she had a stroke too. Brings them both in. But yeah, just in like, yes, there's plot holes that I think are major in terms of this story just wouldn't even have even happened if it was set in reality. But I'm willing to look past that just because of how awesome the movie is. Like I don't care.
Because I feel like if without that, then there's no story.
Yeah, exactly. And I think honestly, I was watching some interviews with Zach Kreger, and he said that the way he writes his script is he kind of just thinks of like the initial premise first, and then kind of works his way backwards to see if there is some sort of good explanation. So he said he just thought like, okay, what place is creepy? Like a school. Okay, what would be creepy? If this teacher goes to her school and all of her students are missing. Okay, how do we work back from there? So he started with that and then sort of figured everything else out later. So I think that could be a reason why there are these little inconsistencies and plot holes. But like I said, I just think it's done so well, the film, that I'm willing to look past that stuff pretty easily. But I still thought it should be mentioned.
Yeah.
No, continue what you were saying.
Wait, what was it? I forgot. Wait, hold on.
I wanted to talk about too, because I was reading too. Obviously, I really enjoyed Josh Brolin in this as well. He like his anger in this is like really, I don't know. He plays that very like angry, like protective kind of parent very well. But it's interesting that because originally Pedro Pascal was cast in this, and honestly, like I know he plays the dad well, but I don't know if he can get to that like anger and like rage that Brolin had in this. Like I don't know
Pedro?
if that worked. Yeah.
I agree. I don't think he would have been as good. Although I do like him.
Yeah, like
But-
I love Pedro. I think he's like one of the most talented people working now. But like, I just don't see him, like him playing that character as well as Brolin did.
I feel like I
Yeah,
kind
he's not
of
gritty
can.
enough, I
don't
feel
know.
like. He's too like soft around the edges.
Yeah,
Style.
that's a good way to
Yeah.
put it.
And then I didn't know this too. When he dropped out, he recast the entire movie. except for what's his name?
Austin Abrams, who
Austin
plays the
Abrams. He was
junkie.
only- yeah, so which is kind of interesting. So I wonder like what that other cast looked like.
Yeah, who would have been Justine?
Well, I got it. I got the other cast right here.
Do you really?
I did my research. So this is who was originally cast as Justine. The girl from what's the movie? What's that
I thought
one?
you had it.
I wrote down
the
her,
list right here.
I wrote down her name, but I can't pronounce it. The girl from hold on a second.
Alright.
Cass, you show me this movie.
Are you gonna give
Worst
me
person
any
in the
more?
world. The worst person in the world.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Renee, her name's like Renee. I can't pronounce it. I didn't even write it down.
That's another
but-
one of my top 4 favorites.
I love that movie. But
Yeah, and
she
she's
was
really
originally
good.
cast.
How would she? I guess. I mean, this is
Oh,
gonna
man.
sound really.
She's the girl in A Better Man.
Yeah, she's in a Better Man.
Renate Reinsve.
Yeah, there you go. That's why I just struggled so because I was thinking I was gonna try to give it a shot at pronouncing it, and then I was like, no.
She was like, I can't do another cheating movie.
Yeah, and then also Elizabeth Olsen and Rooney Mara were both offered the role, and turned it down.
I could see Olsen playing this.
Yeah, I could see Elizabeth Olsen for sure. Rooney Mara, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Rooney Mara, but I don't think she would have been.
What is
I don't
she
know.
from?
She's
Yeah,
married
that's
to
cool
Joaquin
for her.
Phoenix. She's
She's in
I don't know.
her.
Yeah, she's in
Girl
her.
with dragon tattoo.
She plays
Oh,
Joaquin's wife in her.
And the girlfriend in The Social Network in the beginning.
Yeah, but also I was thinking when I heard that, it kind of reminded me because she actually plays Nancy Thompson in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Oh, the one from like 2009.
Yeah, that's horrible. And there was one thing I was thinking was Justine's dream sequence really reminded me of Nightmare on Elm Street, like being set in the school and everything. I don't know if Cass, I'm not sure if you've seen that one,
Yes, I have.
but maybe I don't know if
Honestly,
it's
yeah, you're right. That
Th-
like
didn't
where
that-
she has the nightmare in the school.
yeah, and like you see the girl walking with like in the body bag and it's covered in blood. That reminded me a lot of that, but it's kind of like
I saw
a
something
random
online
thing.
that I don't necessarily agree with this, but I saw somebody online say that Zach Creger reminds them of Wes Craven a lot, in the sense
Mhm.
that they come up with this is a very new, original type of thing. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's interesting. I think Wes Craven's films definitely have a bit more
Traditional horror.
yeah, traditional horror, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like they stick with you more.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have more memorable aspects to them. Like he made Freddy Krueger and he made Ghostface.
Yeah.
Two of the most recognizable icons of horror
R.I.P.
that there
More,
are. So I don't know if I'd really put him there yet, but I see what you're saying about like the original ideas. and
I feel like I
everything.
could see that too. Because Scream, you're saying he did Ghostface Scream. I don't really know
Yeah.
what Scream is. Scream is like so funny too. Like it's actually such an enjoyable, fun watch.
Yeah, and that wasn't really a thing. That's kind of like making fun of yourself in a horror movie wasn't really a thing, besides like
Yeah.
Evil Dead, but that came after. I'm pretty sure, right? Because Scream is like 99.
No, I think the first Evil Dead's from like the late 80s, I think.
I don't know, but anyways, yeah. But Cass, you're right. Yeah, you with the in terms of like the comedy and horror aspects that he does, I could see that.
Yeah, first
so.
Evil Dead's 81.
Damn.
I think I watched that like this past year, and I was like, "What is this?"
That's my favorite horror movie. Well, Evil Dead 2. That's my favorite horror movie ever.
This is honestly
Yeah.
like Evil Dead.
I want to see. I want to watch Evil Dead 2 because
Yes.
I saw. It's in your 4 favorites, right? I think I saw that, and
Yeah.
I've only seen Evil Dead once. I was like, Evil Dead 1 was very like funny, kind of.
Evil Dead 2 is like Evil Dead 1 on steroids. It's literally like kind of the same story. It's just everything is dialed up to 11.
Yeah, like
That's
that.
the one
That's
where they're in the cabin, and the guy gets like killed by a cabinet at some point, or is that a different movie? Like, the cabinet falls on him and he dies.
I think so.
I don't. That might
I could
happen
be
because
thinking
there are
of something
cabinets
else.
flying around
Flying
everywhere
around,
in that
yeah.
movie.
There was really funny letterboxers, but anyway, back to weapons.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
say
you were saying
something.
this felt Evil Dead-esque? I didn't
Yeah,
know
like
that.
at the end when Archer's like throwing around Austin Abrams' character like 5 times. He kept coming back and like
Oh,
punching
yeah.
him
That
in
was
the face,
funny. That was
stuff
funny.
like that.
That was,
That sort of slapstick kind of.
Yeah.
That's very much what the Evil Dead movies are like.
One thing also I didn't like, I know it's supposed to be dark and scary, but some of the lighting was like especially in that last sequence in the house, like I literally I feel like I had to strain my eyes to watch what was going on because it was so dark in the room.
I don't know if I had
I can't even
that.
imagine what you're gonna say about Descent then.
Well, that's in a cave.
That one was
It's
hard.
That's a little different. Like it's supposed to be dark in a cave. I understand this. They do the windows and stuff, but it's literally like so dark.
I didn't have that problem, honestly.
Maybe I'm
I don't
losing
know.
my vision. Who knows?
Maybe.
I have glaucoma or something.
Did you wear your glasses?
Yeah. Of course. Anyway.
Okay,
else?
wait. I have one thing or a question.
Mhm.
I have
Why was the movie called Weapons? Was that what you were gonna
Because-
ask?
No, mine has to do with that though. Like that's something that
Okay.
didn't really hit for me is like weapons as the title,
Yeah,
and that definitely going with the assault rifle in
Yeah.
Well,
Archer's Dream.
She creates weapons.
Oh,
Yes.
I understand that, and that becomes like obvious when Archer's like, oh, they're basically like tracking missiles. They lock onto a target, and you understand like, okay, that's what the weapon is. But
Yeah.
is that thing that she does and that element of the movie enough to warrant the movie's title being Weapons?
Yeah. I kind of like when the title is like has a, like obviously like the term weapons in this context it's talking about the movie and it makes sense.
I think it should have been called The Evil Witch Who Stole 17 Kids.
'Cause
That would have been better.
Yeah, I was
It had-
trying to think because like I was like, what's a better title? I
Yeah.
don't really know.
I think it had a different title internationally.
Oh really?
Yeah, hold on.
Well, I was talking about this with my friends too, and there is something online, like people discussing this, and they're saying, oh, and this might be a little bit of a reach, guys, but like all the different characters in the movie are weaponizing their internal struggle in some way. So, I forget what is it like.
You mentioned it to me. It was like her alcoholism.
Oh yeah, like glad,
Josh
like
Brolin's anger.
the dad with his grief and his anger for his kid. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, Justine, I don't know, all of her freaking problems. She's got a lot. But I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit of a reach.
I think that's a reach, honestly. I don't know.
He mentioned though when he was writing this, like, because he said he wrote this after he lost like a very close friend, and he said each character was like like you said, Cassie, like a way. Like he said, he wrote when he was angry, he wrote Josh Brolin's anger, and when he felt like, you know, when he felt
When he had to go take a drink.
yeah, he mentions her alcoholism like
Yeah.
as a coping strategy. So it was, and he's like, you know, these are all just ways I write like he was saying he's writing. Instead of him dealing with those emotions, he writes them, and he says like, oh, like Josh Brolin looks way better angry than I would anyway. I was like,
Well, I think, oh, darn it, I keep forgetting something I want to say about it, but it relates to that. Like, darn it, I keep forgetting it. Oh, it was like, something too that I found a little bit odd is that, because when we're introduced to everything that goes on, then the story really starts like a month later, right? But if these cops, this kind of goes all the way back to what we were talking about before, but if the people investigating this, they have ring footage. All the kids are in this weird pose, running, like, in straight lines at the same exact time. No, there's no, like, foul play. Like, that is witchcraft, right? And they never really talk about, like, any sort of anybody even considering that something supernatural is going on, but all of those pieces, like, that could not, what could that possibly be other than something supernatural?
Yeah, I never thought about that, but that's actually a good point. Because why does everyone just see all these kids running with the exact same weird formation for seemingly no reason and be like,
At the same time.
oh, it was Justine? Like, what could she have, what would she have told them? Yeah, run out of your house with your arms out?
It's more just like they want, when there's a tragedy, you want somebody to blame, and she's the obvious target, so they just pit all. Obviously, it doesn't make sense, but like she's the face of it, so she's gonna get the brunt of all the anger.
Yeah, actually, they do. I feel like they do go over this a little bit with the scene where Archer's talking to the cop, where the cop's like, "There's nothing on her. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you?" I think he says like, "What exactly do you think she did?"
Yeah.
and he has like no answer because what could she really have done to make them do
Because honestly,
that?
if something like that happened, like where kids just went missing and it was one classroom, you tell me that teacher would not need like security detail to walk her in and out of school? They would fucking come for her head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind of how that's another thing like I felt after watching it. Like how the story starts and it's very much focused on Justine, like her plot is definitely the longest to start out with. I really kind of thought that the movie was going to be a lot more focused on her completely and about people really hard targeting and harassing her because like from the jump she's like alone and people are yelling at her and they knock on her door, ring her doorbell, and then her car is vandalized. Like I thought that that was going to be like a much bigger thing. But yeah, like it was that it was so fun to watch it unfold and like not be what you expected at all.
Yeah.
yeah. It really like going in, you think you know what you're gonna get in terms of like, okay, these kids are missing, she's gonna get blamed, and she's gonna have to prove her innocence somehow. But it's really not like that at all.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that I mentioned before with like her not being fully. She's innocent with the kids, but she's not an innocent person. You know. Another thing I had was, did you guys? I don't know if you looked into this at all, but what do you think the significance behind 217 was? I wish there was a little bit more significance to it besides, okay, this is just happens to be the time she did the spell. Do you think
Honestly,
there
I
was?
don't have that problem.
I feel like honestly, there's no meaning behind it. When you watch the movie, it's just like because they when you're in the trailers and the marketing, they want you to think like, oh, like why is it at this time? But then in reality, it's just like she does like that has nothing to do with the ritual at all. It's just like whenever she does it.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, it's
happened
not
to
it's
be
not a major problem, but I wish there was significance to it because
something
I like
else.
those little like Easter eggs kind of things.
Yeah.
The only thing that I was able to find was Archer's son Matthew goes missing at 217. In the Bible, Matthew 217 describes the fulfillment of a massacre of children, the slaughter of the innocents. Was that
Actually,
Oh,
on
that's a
purpose?
great. Yeah,
that's
that makes a
probably
lot of
why.
sense.
Then. Okay, that makes sense.
I was gonna
Exactly
say maybe it's his birthday. Maybe
that's
he's
the point
born.
of the movie. That's like, no.
But that's kind of cool, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
cool?
no,
Yeah, that is
that
kind of
really
cool.
But I had to
Well,
like, I don't know. I mean I don't think that's a stretch. I guess that kind of makes sense, but is it just do you think that was on purpose? It must have been, right?
Yeah, because he's the most important kid, besides obviously Alex. But like the missing kid, I feel like he's the most prominent one.
Yeah. Another thing about the movie, just talking about like our expectations versus what we got, I definitely expected this to be some sort of allegory towards school shootings,
Yeah.
but that was
well, that's
not really present at all, in my opinion.
I was gonna say that because we kind of mentioned it before, but like the AR, that was one thing that I didn't really hit for me. Like I didn't really get it. Like Archer seeing that in his dream above the house, the 217. I was just like, what is really the point of this? Like, how does this really fit into it? And the only thing that that can really symbolize, because when if you're American, you go in to watch this movie about students in school and you see an AR, it's obviously the first thing that's going to hit your mind is like school shootings. But like, so I obviously see that connection to like gun violence in schools, but what does that add to this? How does it really fit in? I don't know. It was a little too disconnected for
Yeah, I
me.
don't think that. I think it's supposed to be taken literally. It's just like there's a witch that took. Oh, hey, Nami. There's a witch that took these kids. It's not like, oh, the witch represents this or this represents that. It's just like, yeah, witch took these kids. And that's it.
I think maybe like that's his inspiration for like calling it a weapon. Because doesn't he talk to the teacher after that? After he has the dream, like maybe
Yeah.
that's where he gets the term weapons from.
Or why? Oh, that's like
Why?
what when he like his character realizes like, oh, they're weaponizing the people.
Yeah.
I guess.
Something online I saw said that it's supposed to be like Alex is the only one, who survived. So in like a very dark way, but like the guilt of like a survivor in like a class where like a tragedy like that would happen, something like that connection. I don't know.
Yeah, that could make sense. I could definitely see that. Another thing they mentioned throughout the film was like parasites that kept
Oh,
coming
yes.
up over
Yeah.
and over. I don't think it really was that like a misdirection, or was the witch thing supposed to be like
Yeah, come on.
Well, I feel
He's
like
drawing
she's
life.
a parasite. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
she can go for the
she's the
parents, the kids.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm an idiot.
I like that like symbol, and it's right from the beginning when you're in the classroom and she's teaching about it's on the wall, parasite whale, and then later on they're talking about tapeworms, parasites, and then the witch is definitely she's directly draining life from her subjects. So I like that actually. Like
Yeah, I like how it's mentioned throughout the film, and even before you know that the witch is doing what she's doing, you notice that they're talking about parasites a lot. So you're like, what does this mean? You know. Yeah, they also mention it like in Alex's part. It's like the first part is when he's in the classroom and she's teaching. She's like, "Oh, who can name an example of a parasite?" Remember that?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you just look at hanging Labubu?
I want the boo boo.
Take him down. All right, leave him.
No,
That's kind of grim. It looks like he's hanging.
Yeah, it looks like he's like hung for his
Wait,
crimes.
now I want him
Just
to
take
come
him.
down.
He's executed for his crimes.
I don't know how to do this.
It's a clip.
Okay. The boo.
She wants to eat. That's why she's sitting on my lap.
Very nice. Labu
Post
and
the
Narnia.
thumbnail. Okay.
Honestly, at some
me.
at some point we have to do a thumbnail pose. That's Cass. I know you.
What are you gonna do? Like
Maybe
that.
or maybe
We'll put Nami in there.
Yeah.
you mentioned
Okay,
a couple times like you guys should pose for a thumbnail, and I'm like, yeah, we will, and we never do. And every time like looking through the video to find 1 second where we both look normal, and it's actually so hard. So we'll do remind me to do a thumbnail pose at the end. So sorry, go ahead.
Something else I wanted to talk about in this that I thought was interesting, and my friend Layla mentioned, all the people that get like the deaths of the possessed people in this movie all involve like pulverizing their face. Like the principal being like decapitated by the car, which I didn't really get because he's hit by a whole car, but only his head falls off, like completely clean off. And then his husband's head is totally smashed in. Even like the parents and the forks in their face.
The cop
like the
gets
cop
shot in the
didn't
head.
die. Yeah, he gets shot in the head. And then finally in the end, Gladys, like her whole head is like ate by the kids. So I thought that was like a fun horror element. Like all
Yeah.
these gory deaths with the head. Like I like that.
The gore in this honestly was better than Together,
Yeah.
Definitely.
which like that's supposed to be the body horror. But
There's some good gore. I love the fork scene. That was gonna be one of like my favorite scenes. And like the peeler. What's going?
that was a good one. Yeah, maybe we could talk about our favorite scenes.
Mine's the ending, easily.
That last scene.
Yeah.
That was an amazing.
That
Yeah.
last 5 minutes. Not even that. There's a sequence where it's like deadass an action sequence where they follow that kid through like multiple it's like a hallway chase scene. Like I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this is actually in a horror movie right now. Like you never see that stuff in horror. I was
And the
like, wow.
camera work was really good too, just in general.
Yeah.
But
We
that
didn't
scene.
mention that the camera
Yeah.
work is fantastic.
There was one scene too, which when Justine is like in her house for the first night, and she's all like creeped out. I think it's part of her dream sequence actually. When was that Labu? When she hears something in her kitchen, so she kind of like leans. She's like that, and then the camera like puts you in her POV, and it just like slowly goes to the door. So it's like you're her in that moment. It's like it makes you feel uneasy. That's just like one instance, but the camera work in general was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of my favorite scene, I really liked the dream sequences in general. I like Justine's dream sequence and how it ends. Well, first of all, with Alex, he like lifts his face up and he has Gladys's makeup on, which I thought was kind of funny. And then she thinks she wakes up, but she actually doesn't. She looks up and sees Gladys like on the ceiling. That was really scary.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like the idea of sort of showing us Gladys throughout the movie, and we're like, who is this? Like, who is this reoccurring face that keeps this weird looking woman that keeps showing up? And it made it like more satisfying when we get the reveal. So
And it's Chaperone, finally. No, I was gonna say that earlier too. I feel like the way she was introduced was really fun. But when I was like thinking about what my favorite scenes were gonna be for like the pod, honestly, there's so many great and super memorable scenes. Like I loved the fork stabbing with Alex. That was so like scary. I felt so bad for him. Of course, like the ending, and we can talk about the ending maybe after this because I feel like there's so much to say, like how satisfying and good it was. But that one was just like, I don't want to be corny, but people will be like, oh, this is like a symphony of X, Y, and Z in film. It was so good.
Yeah.
Or even I liked a lot of the what are we calling this guy? The drug addict homeless guy.
He has a name. Hold on.
I don't know his name in the movie.
James.
James. I loved a lot of his scenes were so funny. Like when he's in the tent hiding, and that one is so gruesome, and he just has the 3 needles. Like, oh god, that was so bad. And I think one that was I felt very tonally important was when Justine's watching the house and the door's open and it's eerie and you're scared and she's just nodding off like in the front seat. And then I think it's the mom, right? The mom comes out
Yeah.
and gets the hair. I felt like once that happened, as the viewer, you're like, holy shit, this movie is about to change. Like everything is going to go crazy now. And I feel like that was like a big point.
It
So I
was
like
so
that.
creepy. The way she walked out, too, was like so unnatural. And you don't really know what's going on at this point. So you're like, is she possessed? Like, what is happening right now? But yeah, I actually forgot about that scene. That also could be one of my favorites.
The use of the door, that front door, like I feel like it was so scary for some reason. Like I don't know if it's just because there's no like you don't see anybody in front of like behind it, so the way it just opens and then like it looks like no one's there. I thought it was like really unsettling.
Yeah, and it's also there's like a level of anticipation to it because when the door swings open, they always give it like 2 to 3 seconds before anyone emerges. You're like, what's gonna come out next? Like we saw obviously the mom came out with the scissors, but then it happens again towards the end with the cop.
The cop,
When the door flies open and James is like, oh, finally. And then the cop just like runs out. So,
Yeah, I feel like that was like a nice feature of this movie too, like the setting, and people are saying that a lot. Like, it's not a typical horror where it's in a cabin in the woods and scary in the swamp or really scary stuff happens or in a cave, whatever. It's just in a regular suburban town and it's in schools and these regular houses, but it's so creepy. Just like the doors or like just a knock on your door in the middle of the night, and that like adds, like we were talking about this. Like that adds to your experience so much because you leave your theater and you're in, freaking Staten Island driving around. You're like, oh my gosh, like this is scary around here, especially like around us, like woods. Oh my gosh, scary.
yeah. And we saw a fox that night, right? Or was that a different
We
night?
saw 2 foxes.
Yeah.
So
At the
cute.
mall?
No, I don't
By
know.
like Richmond Town.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's something people always say this, but like, oh, what Steven Spielberg did for Oceans with Jaws, like this movie did for suburban neighborhoods.
That's funny.
But like when we left the theater, just driving down like a normal street, cars parked, normal suburban houses, like lampposts. It was late. It was like close to midnight. I was like, this is creepy.
Yeah.
Like this is scary. And it was just like a normal street. So I feel like the movie succeeds in that way when you look at something that is usually ordinary and you become frightened by it. But yeah, when those foxes came out, because I was like half expecting someone to just jump out of the woods while I was driving for some reason. That actually scared me so bad. But yeah, Staten Island has
The
foxes now.
scared you?
Why? You couldn't tell?
No, I didn't think you were scared. I thought you were like, OMG, fox.
No, I don't talk like that. No. But yeah, it's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to mention that and I forgot to say that. So I like Justin Long's cameo. This is like a random thing. That scene is really funny too.
Who's that
Yeah.
again? Is that the husband?
Yeah, that's like when Archer asked for the footage, and then
Aww. We got such good pop.
oh
No! She
oh
just
god,
kicked him? That's so funny.
Joe got kicked.
Hello, all you cool, epic, and awesome
Oh,
listeners. We had technical
shut it.
difficulties,
Shut
and now we're
it.
back.
That's what you want to say?
I thought you were gonna be like, "Oh, sorry, guys, we're back."
No. We could go off of that.
Yeah.
Because the cat jumps on the camera, and then and then we're like, "Oh, it's me," and then it's
Yeah. All right. Anyways, though, I was talking about Justin Long. I really liked his cameo. It's very short, but he's like, I don't know. He just had a very funny role when he popped up. And like Cass, you said you don't really recognize him too much. He's from Jeepers Creepers. I don't know if you heard of that, but he's also in Zach Creger's other movie, Barbarian, which you mentioned.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, people are giving that couple a lot of love on Twitter and stuff. Like, they are kind of cute. Like, they have their 7 hot dogs to eat together when they're matching
No,
Disney.
that's not Justin Long.
That's
Wait.
Justin
that's
Long is the husband that shows him the ring footage.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were talking about the principal's husband. Sorry.
No, no. Are you even kidding me? No.
Yeah, that's a really small part. What?
Yeah, but it's just like seeing his
Yeah.
face. He's kind of like a big face in horror in general. So
Yeah.
like Joe, you were saying your audience clapped or something.
Yeah, I saw this at the AMC Lincoln Center, and it was cool. They played it at 2:17, like in the movie, which is kind of cool. It was the first horror movie I ever saw in IMAX. It obviously doesn't fit the 70mm screen, but it was still cool to see in IMAX. But people literally, they clapped when he came on screen, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, he's great. But
Yeah.
what's it called? Yeah, what do you want to talk about that other couple though, Cass?
I mean, not really like much, but I guess I was also talking about it with my friends too, and it's like, if I was at home with my husband and some freak of a lady comes to the door that I know, and I'm like, don't let this lady in, and he's like, no, come in, you must come in. Like, no, are you dumb? I would actually be so mad at that man, because why are you inviting strangers that I'm obviously trying to give you the hint that they are freaking weird?
Yeah.
Don't let them in. And she
Yeah.
just then
She
it
was
all
quick
went
with it. She
downhill there.
snipped his hair off and
Yeah.
stuff. That was another thing. I forget who mentioned this. One of your friends mentioned this, Cass. But well, one of our friends, I should say. Like, how did the lady overpower Archer in the basement enough to like get his hair, do a ritual thing, snap the branch, to make him?
You didn't give more context. Like in the ending scene when Archer's like, yeah, right, like
Yeah. Like in the end when he's in the basement and she jump scares him, the one where you like screamed really loud. Like, how does she?
she does that really quick. It seems like that was not nearly enough time to be able to put together her whole witchcraft spell in the end there.
And he would just like he would pummel her if he had to. Like, it's not like she can overpower him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Again, just another nitpick, but it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I guess maybe it's like, I don't know, there's some like supernatural element to it.
I guess.
Like maybe she, I don't
guess.
know. 'Cause she's a
favorite
witch. I'm
characters?
sure she could do some shit.
Actually, no. Before we say that, let's talk about Gladys a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel like we barely spoke about her.
Yeah, she kind of just like appears maybe halfway through the movie, and then she's pretty much the focal point for the
Yeah.
rest of it.
She's great.
She's not really explained too well, like in terms of what she's doing exactly. Like, why does she need? She says she's dying and she needs something to save her. It's like implied that she's taking, I guess, the life force from people.
Yeah,
That's why she needs the kids. But Nami's scratching something.
Yeah, my couch.
I really liked like the way the movie ended with Alex, but I did kind of wonder how it would have been different if we had a Gladys chapter, because there is a lot like we don't know about her. I saw one take online that said there's some sort of theory that she's a lot older than we think she is because of certain things. Like, she said when she was sitting with Alex and the parents, she says, oh, they're fine, they have a touch of consumption, which is supposed to be what people used to call tuberculosis back in like the 1800s. So there was some people online saying that like she's really old, and that kind of like I didn't really understand how the parents are like, we haven't seen her in 15 years. Clearly Alex is younger than 15, and she says to Alex, oh, I haven't seen you since you were a baby or something like that. So there was like some weird things going on there. Like, the parents barely even know it's her sister or her aunt, the
It's
mom's
her
aunt.
aunt.
Right.
So yeah, I think there was like that.
Actually,
that
wait.
weird. I don't remember.
Is it her? Is it supposed to be her sister?
No, it's her aunt. It's her mom's sister. Remember, because she's like, my mom would have done this for her.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, but that still could
I
have been.
thought it was maybe her sister. When you say that, that makes me think it was her sister. Like her, I don't know, because that wouldn't make sense. It would make more sense for her it to be the mom's aunt because she's
remember
so old.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was the mom's.
But I feel like it's just because she was like sick, and that's why she looked like that. But, what's it called? Because I feel like there are parts where either Alex's dad or Gladys herself are like, "Oh, go help your aunt" or whatever to Alex.
Yeah.
So referring to her as Alex's aunt. But I don't know.
But that's like
I
kind
guess
of like we call our uncles and I feel like could be one of those, but like you just call relatives uncle and aunt.
like your parents' uncle would still
Yeah.
be uncle. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I feel like there's also a lot unexplained about her. Like, obviously, her motive is to sustain her own life force, but is it just like circumstance that she just happens to choose Alex and his family and this school and this tiny town? Like, is she actually related to them? Is there? I saw people online also discussing like, obviously she is a witch and she's doing like witchcraft, like,
Mm-hmm.
very like kind of classic witchcraft things, but is she like innately have powers, or does she have to like do these spells and stuff? Because when Alex snaps the twig, she's not there, but she seems like she like notices it or feels it. So maybe there is some like idea like there's a sense of like the touch in her, but
Yeah, I would
yeah,
think
we don't really know
that
much about her.
she's doing witchcraft, but I feel like you probably have to have that ability, whether it would be trained or like she's
She-
just born with
She
it.
reminds me of like the first thing that came to mind was like Hansel and Gretel, like that type of witch that like kind of lures. Well, she doesn't lure kids in, but like she kind of in this it takes it
Basically
by
does, yeah.
force, but kind of like that type of I don't know. Like she appears nice to everybody and whatnot, but is I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess the witch vibes and whatnot.
Do you think
The-
there's
the witchy
any
vibes.
like I don't really think that there would be, but because I don't know, because the way that the movie was like set up with the chapters of each pop, it is kind of surprising that like they chose to not do a Gladys chapter. And like do you think there's any chance that that's supposed to be a setup for a sequel or no?
It could be.
I don't really think
he
so,
said
but-
he said he has an idea for a sequel,
And I guess she died.
but it could be like a prequel, I guess. Because I
Yeah,
honestly do
prequel,
want to
yeah.
know more about her.
Yeah.
Me too.
But the movie would have just been too packed, and I like respect his decision to leave it up to the audience's interpretation.
Yeah,
But
and I
I-
guess at that point it was sorry, go ahead.
You're fine. I was just gonna say I would have liked to see that, but yeah, go ahead.
I feel like at that point it was a little bit predictable. Like as the pops were coming out, like you probably could have predicted that Alex was going to be the final one. But for me, watching it like in the moment, I didn't really think that far ahead. And once that Alex title screen dropped, I was like, yes, like let's fucking go. This is going to be so good. It's so like, it was so good that part. I was like, yes, finally. Because I had no idea. Like I never was really suspicious of Alex during the movie that he was like, knew everything going on the whole time, basically.
What gets revealed like right before the Alex title card drops? Is it Austin Abrams' character getting like
It's him. I think it's when the cop goes to the house.
I think you're
like-
right. I think it's like something within that scene.
Or like
I
him.
forget.
I think it's when the cop drags.
Yeah, I think
Him
you're
out.
right. Yeah. So that's like the perfect sort of transition. But I mean, what about so anyways. So Gladys we mentioned. I don't know if you have any more notes, but I wanted to maybe talk about our favorite characters.
One like small thing I was thinking that kind of I like felt was gonna happen during the movie but never happened was like disease transmission with these needles, because like from the jump very early on the cop gets the needle in his finger, right? And I kind of wondered if something would happen with that, because obviously when you see like junkies using, you kind of immediately think like, okay, like diseases. And then I felt like it kind of would have worked because the cop is now then connected with Justine and another woman. So I thought that like something would come out of that, but I guess not.
Yeah, I agree. I thought when you find out that he got stabbed, well, first you find out that he slept with Justine, and then after you find out that he got stabbed and could potentially have something, I thought there would be like maybe like an HIV reveal or something.
Me too, that's what I thought.
Because I feel like it was implying like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen, because
I-
we knew he slept with her, and then it's like after we find out, oh, that's why his finger was bandaged up, but they never really go into
And I
it.
felt like it would have made sense too, because it's and obviously this is like very intense karma, but like cheating on his spouse, this girl gloating over making him relapse, and she like kind of, I felt like maybe that would happen, but I guess
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. So, all right. Favorite characters?
Probably Josh Brolin's character.
Archer.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, I liked him a lot. He's getting a lot of love online. He was really fun, actually. And I liked his arc. You know, like, harassing her, hating her, him, vandalizing her car.
I enjoyed his performance. I don't know. I feel like his anger was like really stood out to me a lot. With, I don't know. I guess like some parents were upset. He was obviously really angry about it. So I thought that he manifested it really well.
Yeah, it was sad to watch him too. Like, you know, sleep in his son's bed every night and stay at home and just rewatch this like 6-second video from The Ring over and over and over while his wife is like, come on, you gotta go to work. And he's just like, no. He's like, no.
And you see it's like affecting his ability to work too when he's messing up the orders on the construction site. But I don't think he's best character. I don't think he's best character material, I gotta say.
Well, you're probably not gonna like mine because mine is probably gonna be Jake.
What the
He was just so funny. I thought he was like,
Wait, you mean James?
James. I thought it was Jake.
It's James. You don't even know your favorite character's name.
Sorry. I don't know why I have that in my notes like that. James, the druggie. He's just so funny, and his scenes are so like, they're kind of some sort of comedic relief, but also some good gore. And he like, when he sees the flyer and he's selling the silverware, and he's like, oh shit, like now I'm gonna step in. Like my moral compass is suddenly here. I need to do this, but. And then people are like memeing that line where he's like, I can't come to the police station. I'm phobic or something like that. That was funny. Like, he just freaking happens upon solving the whole case. And it just has to be him. And it's so funny. And then when the cop's like, I told you to stay away from here. That was funny.
Yeah, he was great. There was one other funny thing that he did. I forget. Oh yeah, when the cop is like, you didn't have like HIV or anything. He's like, I don't, not that I know of. Like just his line delivery in that scene was really funny. But that's a fair pick. But for me, it's Alex. He's the MVP of the movie. He's the best character in the movie. Come on, and it's so satisfying at the end when he like figures out the ritual and takes Gladys's hair and does the thing, like pricks his finger, and he's the one that is able to like end this. It's just so satisfying. And you also, like you mentioned, you feel for him throughout the movie. Like when you learn about, even before, you're like, okay, first of all, this kid's going to get scrutinized because he's the only one left. And, you know, everyone's asking him, oh, did you hear anything, this and that? And he keeps saying no. And then you find out why, and it gets even more somber. But he had such a great ending. And honestly, just the ending in general, I wanted to talk about in terms of like, you have this very tense movie and you're like, what's gonna happen? Especially me, I hate jump scares. So I'm always thinking like, what's it called? I'm always thinking like, when is the next jump scare gonna happen? And then you finally get this release at the end where all the tension is essentially gone because you're like, okay, the evil is defeated now, and now we get to just watch it and enjoy it in this long like 5-minute chase sequence. So I thought that was really well done. It's not something that you really see in a movie like this.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of, like, in the movie, I believe it's called Malignant. No. Am I saying it wrong? The James Wan movie?
I don't know.
Malignant? Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
There's, like, literally, like, an action sequence in that movie. Like, it kind of reminded me of that, where in the sense where those things normally aren't in horror, but that doesn't mean it's exclusive to other genres.
Yeah.
I felt like as I was watching it, I really, really enjoyed it, but that like final scene just solidified that movie. This movie as like, for me, like, should I reveal my rating? 5 stars. 10 out of 10. 5 stars. It was, and just like Matt said, like, so satisfying. It's so cathartic. You know, like the tension is building the whole time, and then it's just like you are so rooting for this mob of children that's running around and just like tearing through houses and taking down fences, and the people in the town are like, what the hell is going on? It was just so funny. And then watching them, like, what do you call it, like dismember her, like completely tear her apart on somebody's random lawn was so good. Like, oh my gosh, it was so fun. I loved that part, and it's just so fun to watch. It was so great.
Yeah, and there's also like, there's an element to the ending though that you have this great like finale and this very satisfying moment, but then also like it is kind of like a somber ending in the same way, because they say the kids, they're like, oh, after a year some of them started talking, but they were just like in this state of like vegetative state.
Leavened.
Vegetative.
You know
state.
what I'm trying to say. But
Vegetative state.
yeah, so it's like it is really satisfying, but then you're like, wait, what happens next? These kids are just like completely scarred for life. So
I think they said some of them didn't start talking either.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Some of them started talking after a year, but some of them, like the rest of them, didn't. So yeah, I guess we might as well both rate it then, Joe.
You want to go first?
You go first.
All right. So I gave it a 4.5, so 9 out of 10. There are some small nitpicks and like little issues, but for the most part, the storytelling is incredible, and I think Zach Creggers cemented himself as like one of the prominent young faces in horror, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I gave Weapons a 4.5 stars, 9 out of 10. I think it just hits on a lot of levels in terms of all these storylines that are interconnecting and how well that they wrap up and intertwine with each other. The tones were handled a lot better compared to Barbarian, where you have these clashing sort of like comedic moments and scary moments. I think in his first movie, he didn't necessarily have as good of a grip on it as he did in this. I think it worked really well. And I think the mystery and the way the reveal that we get is really satisfying, and I think it was worth it. So it's fun. Yeah, there's some plot holes, but it's not a 5-star, I'll say that.
Listen, I had to give it a 5-star because, like, I left the theater wanting to, like, go watch it again. Like, I want to watch it again.
I'm gonna end up
so
watching
bad.
this again too.
Yeah, it was so fun, and I actually love jump scares, but they never usually hit for me. So this one, like, I'm literally like, oh my god, like, screaming.
I feel like there's not a lot of them too, and the ones that are in it are very well like executed.
Yeah, like they almost never get me, but yeah, the one that got me was when he's in the basement, he's looking for his son, and then she appears, which Matt was like, that was so obvious. Obviously that was gonna happen. I was like,
It was obvious. I don't know why that one got you. I feel like the
you know
best.
what? The first 2 jump scares that they did, I like looked away like at the exact moment, like so I got like momentarily distracted, and I just missed like some of the 2 big first jump
The
scares.
best one was Justine's dream when she looks up, because you're like, you're not gonna
one
expect
was
this fucking
scary.
lady to be on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Then the one in Archer's dream, that's a little more, you could kind of tell it's gonna come, because like the sun's not saying anything, it's very quiet, like you know there's gonna be a jump scare. That last one was so obvious. Like he's going. It shows a kid's face. He shines the light. Then it becomes dark. Shines the light on a new kid. Okay. Then it becomes dark. Shines the light on a new kid. Becomes dark.
Wait, where's he going?
He's going to shut his AC off. But
Sorry.
he just went into his bathroom though, so I don't really know. Maybe he's using the bathroom and he's too embarrassed to admit it. But anyways, it was just so obvious to me, that one. That's why I was like, really? Like that one got you? And it was like the people behind you started laughing, honestly, though.
It was so funny. Like, it was so good. Yeah, but that is going to make it a 5-star thing for me because the experience was so fun. Like, and I haven't really seen a horror movie that like I really was so impressed by. Like, I liked Together. That was good. What else? Bring Her Back, good. But this one was, like, memorable and unique. And I love Magnolia. If you know me, you know I love Magnolia. So... yeah.
That's great. There it is.
That's great. Thanks for sharing.
He's
Alrighty.
back. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're fine, dude.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess we can move on to movie news. This should be pretty quick, I think. 'Cause there's not much, and
yeah,
I know, Cass, a lot of the stuff you're not interested in, so I don't want to harp on it for too long. But we could start. If you guys want to pull up the Discord, Joe, you want to talk about
I'll
that?
Start. So this was actually some really, really big news for like the movie industry or entertainment industry in general. Amazon is investing into showrunning an AI-generated streaming service. It lets people type in prompts to generate scenes or full episodes for new ideas or existing IPs. Nope, we're not doing this again. Get away. Disney and the other studios are in talks to license IPs for the services. This is just like the generic, like if you want just generic schlop entertainment, this is perfect for you. If you want no substance to what you're gonna watch and you just want like, yo, I want to watch fucking Master Chief fight fucking Frankenstein, or like just I just like this. I don't know. This bothers me on so many levels. Me and Matthew have differing opinions on AI. I'm very much of the. I always feel like AI in art or like the arts is never a good thing, and it takes people's jobs, and I just think it doesn't make good products either. Obviously, in the future that could change, but I feel like the biggest thing about like creatives and things like that is their vision drives the projects, and I feel like a AI generated one just will not resonate with audiences. Well, I mean, honestly, they might, because people are pretty stupid. Like, you see the stuff people watch on Netflix and like the schlop and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I feel like I like AI, but not for my arts. Like, there's like that famous quote that's like, I want AI to be able to do my laundry and my taxes so that I can read, like, I can write my poems or whatever that thing on Twitter is that is always being reposted. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm surprised that like big like Disney. I mean, not that I'm so surprised, but like, why would a creative studio want to get involved with something like this? I don't really get that.
Because it's inevitable. There's no avoiding AI. No matter what, it's gonna happen.
Use
so,
AI in
you
the
might as well
editing
buy
room.
into it.
Don't use it for like AI for editing, or like AI for visual effects is one thing, but like AI this is like actively replacing people's jobs. Like making a show. Think about how many people, like a random show on Netflix. What's that one that everyone's watching right now?
Summer Term.
Yes. So imagine like
that show may as well be AI generated, honestly.
Okay, that besides whatever.
Oh gosh.
Imagine how many people that show employs, between not only the actors, directors, writers, the people on set, the medical staff there on set, people working that are cooking there, people building the set. Like, it employs a lot of people. So imagine if it's just like people are like, all right, I want to watch this. They just type into whatever this thing is, schlop.com. I want to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty season 4, and it just creates a whole season of it for you. I mean, it would be significantly worse, I'm sure, but I'm sure people would be willing to do it. You don't think it would be worse?
Not that show. It might be better.
Matt hates that show.
Honestly, I don't know anything about the show. I just know
Matt,
it's
you
very popular.
secretly love it.
No. Every time we watch it, I'm like, I like look at you during certain moments because I'm like, really?
I saw something that they recreated that scene from
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, the dancing scene.
No, it's just I honestly I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't. So let me get my thoughts.
That was
on
a bad
AI,
example.
though.
I shouldn't have used that.
But,
that was just like a random show.
I just feel like this technology is coming. So like, what is Disney gonna do? Be like, oh, we love our creative so much, we're just not gonna profit off of this? Like, obviously not. And from a business perspective, I understand why they're investing in this, because it's gonna be successful. Yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't think that it should be a thing. But if you're telling me if they make a streaming service that you could just go on and say, okay, show me a brand new Star Wars movie where like this exact thing happens and like this person wins and this person whatever, and it just gives you like a movie in 5 seconds. Obviously, people want that and people are going to use that. So like from a business perspective, it makes sense. And it's going to get to a point where, yes, we're far away from this, but AI will be indistinguishable from actual movies eventually.
I disagree with that.
It will.
My thing with it is that AI is based on things that have already been done, so it's not really going to give us like creative or super new ideas.
It can't. It's you said it perfectly. Like, it cannot. It pulls information from other existing things. It can create like new stuff from that, but it cannot make something original.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's not going to give us like a new, fun, exciting style. It's just going to like, we're going to turn into the people from WALL-E.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
We're just gonna be like those fat people from Wall-E,
Yeah,
just like sitting, watching slop.
Put it this way: this
just
service
saying I
would
get
never
it.
give us movies like Weapons or Sinners. It would nowhere. Think about the storytelling in Weapons and just like I feel like writing just dialogue in general with human interaction. I feel like AI would not be good at that because it doesn't
Well, I
know.
actually that'd be the one thing it would be good at because it's a human language model, so it's kind of good at like that. But
But
like, and if you look like if you use Google Notebook LM, like it makes a podcast out of like your notes, and it's like weirdly
is
like
insane.
natural.
I just
Yeah.
maybe this is my old timer, but I have no AI, no chat
Bro, you're
GPT.
older than us?
2 years older than us, bro.
I know, but
Not
I'm
even.
saying like mindset wise. I'm talking
Okay.
about because I feel like people our age are very like, oh AI. Like I fucking hate AI. Fuck those.
I never
fuckers.
use AI, but I don't know. I feel like a
You
lot of
use
people use
AI.
chat.
I feel like
What?
you've mentioned you used AI before.
No.
Don't
Why,
we
you
use
trying to
AI with
expose
this?
me?
With this?
Well, no. This Riverside, which is what we use to record the podcast, they can make, like, you know how I make the TikToks
Yeah.
and stuff? They can make it for you using AI. Where
See,
they
like
take,
that's. I'm
they
sorry.
take a part that they think is like, oh, they think this is like the
Really?
dialogue, and then they just make like a little video of it. I've looked at them and they're like horrible.
Yeah,
It's like the
okay.
worst moments of the podcast and like so most of it. But and then it's just like not good. It's not edited well and whatever. Like I'd rather make it myself. That
Yeah.
like you were gonna say, yeah, that could be useful because it's just cutting together, you know.
Yeah, like that I don't mind, or like even in like the not to branch off, but the medical field, like use for CAT scans, like helping identify things that maybe a doctor didn't see. Like that's where AI should be used. It should not be anywhere near movies in terms of acting and writing. I don't think AI should touch any of that.
I don't think it should, but it will. So if you're a studio, you're gonna want to buy into this because it's inevitable. It's gonna happen.
But I feel like I just think like if people are presented the option of a movie made by AI or a movie made by real people, my hope is that most people would say, I want to see a movie by a real person.
What if you watch a movie and you don't like the ending and you're like, I wish this would have happened, and you could just be like, okay, give me this movie, but with this.
Not
I don't
yours,
like
too.
I don't like that ability. I just do not like.
I'm just
having
playing the
everything
devil's
that-
advocate.
No, I know.
but,
I just
yeah.
I hate fucking AI, man. I mean, at least they're not gonna replace nurses, not yet, at least, but we'll see.
Or engineers.
Or engineers or
No comment.
Or
All right, cool.
podcasters.
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 Yeah.
All right, next.
All right, let's get to the next one. I'm sorry.
Wow, you're really moving this along, huh?
Just because we're already at 2 hours.
Yeah,
we have a whole nother movie.
That's what happens when we have another guest because we all talk.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing we got our first look at Spider-Man and Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Suit looks great. Looks really cool. They're actually shooting like in not on a set, like in real life on location, and like actually swinging around, which is insane. They built this crazy I've never seen anything like that. Like swinging prop. So props to Daniel Destin. What's his name?
Dustin Daniel Cretton.
Destin
Dustin.
Daniel Cretton.
Yeah.
For actually going for like the, big kind of physical sets and everything like that. There's a couple villains revealed, I believe. I think they revealed that like Tombstone's going to be in it, Scorpion's going to be in it, and the Scorpion actor, which is kind of interesting, keeps posting Scorpion stuff with the Venom symbiote in the pictures. And for those of you who don't know, Scorpion does get the Venom symbiote at some point in the comics, so something to look out for. But then also I've heard the main villain is going to be Silver Samurai and Viper, which I don't really. If Wolverine was in this story, maybe I could see it. Like you replace Punisher with Wolverine, but like even then, it still is like why?
I mean, is he a Chinese villain or no?
Silver
Or
Samurai.
Japanese?
Japanese, yeah.
I meant to say, isn't the director Chinese or no?
He is Chinese, yes.
Yeah, so that's why I said maybe, but maybe I'm being racist. I don't know.
No, but I just like don't. I don't know. If you want to use an Asian adjacent villain, use Mr. Negative.
Yeah, that's true.
He's an actual Spider-Man character, and his name, Brand New Day, is the comic that he's from. So it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. But I mean,
I don't know,
to
but
be
yeah,
fair,
no, honestly,
I'm sorry.
No, the reason why I put this in, I just mainly wanted to talk about like the practical, which you mentioned, but let's just like get through this because like Cass, unless you have anything to add, I don't want you to just be sitting here because obviously you don't care about any of this stuff.
No, you have to be so. That's not how I feel, really. I mean, like, I watched one of the superheroes with Tom Holland, and I watched the old ones. Like, I actually remember people, like, don't like the film. People hate the Venom old one movie.
Yeah, people don't like Venom.
Yeah,
I like that one. I remember when I was younger, like, that was, like, I loved that one. And also, I like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Come at me. That was a fun era. That was like our childhood. It was so fun.
Yeah.
I think he's a little too handsome to be Spider-Man, to be honest.
What I don't get is what's the hype about this damn suit? Everyone's like, oh, this suit looks so good. So I'm like over here looking up like Spider-Man Tom Holland, and I'm like, what the heck is the difference between this and the suit before?
So, for reference, usually most of the behind the scenes stuff, he's wearing like it's not a real suit. It's like a
motion capture
device. So usually it's like printed on. So this is the first time where like he's had a physical suit and he's actually.
I mean,
why would
honestly,
he not be in a real suit?
That's not even true,
weird.
Joe. Honestly, that's not
it's
true.
Not?
No, if you there's photos of him wearing the actual suit.
When?
The reason why is because his other suits are over designed. Instead of just being like, okay, red here, blue here, and spider webbing. It would be like, oh, let's put like a black line here, black line there, like random extra lines. This is a very like color blocked, solid suit. It looks like how they would draw him in the comics. That's why people are excited about it.
Did you like the Jack Kirby suit?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to this.
Yeah, it's just black instead of blue.
Yeah. Oh wait, the one in the movies you're saying?
The red and black. That's like the Jack Kirby style.
From the movies though,
yes.
Right? Yeah, I like it.
That's the bit I think is best one out of those three movies. But this one I like a lot.
Yeah.
All right,
but
we'll move on. This is short but nice. AMC theaters is now working to shorten their amount of ads before the movie. I have a hot take about this.
I want to see what you guys thought about this because
I don't mind 20 minutes of ads, but start them like 20 minutes before the runtime of the movie. Like don't like the movie starts 8:15. The movie shouldn't be rolling at like 8:45. Show the trailer, like show all your trailers before, but say like, all right, the movie starts at this time, and then so you know, okay, I have to get there at this time.
I agree.
I kind of like the trailers because I'm not really like somebody who's late, but like whatever. Like if you're doing anything before, then you don't have to rush. You don't have to rush get your popcorn. Like settle in to watch because like every single time we go watch a movie, we get popcorn. So
at least one bucket.
At least one large bucket is consumed at least. But yeah, I don't know. I like whatever. I like the trailers. I don't want them to shorten it now because they just freaking announce that now it's going to be standard that it's going to be 30 minutes. Or something, right?
Yeah,
so now
it says on for AMC at least. It says on the app like showtime starts.
20
yeah, I kind of rely on that
after.
now.
Yeah.
Now they're like trying to shorten it. Like, make up your mind.
I'm not even kidding. When I went to the Fantastic Four premiere in Staten Island, like there was legit an hour of trailers. Like the movie was supposed to be at like I think 10, and the movie didn't start rolling until like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, like it needs to be like. I like how they now have like. It's gonna start 30 minutes later, but maybe you're right. Like, just start the movies early, like the trailers earlier. Like, if I want to go watch them, I'll go.
Yeah, because the people that want to go see the trailers are gonna go early anyway.
Yeah. But, that would just all that comes down to is like what time they list the movie starting at on the app.
Yeah,
like it wouldn't, But all right, next thing.
Really
quick, I just wanted to mention this show, but Michael Bay is in talks to develop a new Transformers movie, which. If you guys don't know, he directed the original Transformers movies like from our childhood, then stepped away, and now he's coming back. So that's really exciting because those I feel like for people our age are kind of a staple of our youth in terms of what we watched. So
especially
every boy's celebrity crush ever.
Yeah.
Megan Fox, bring her back.
There's like a bunch of Transformer live action movies in the works, I think.
Yeah, there's like the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover coming.
No, I think they got canceled.
Did it?
G.I. Joe. You know what I'm not excited for? This silly Tron. We really gotta do Tron again.
This Tron, honestly, the trailer looks good, but then every time they show Jared Leto, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it just ruins
That's
it.
exactly what Matt did. You guys, that's so funny.
It's just like,
Matt's
like,
oh, I hate him.
like,
I'm
you see all this
why?
cool, like, they have the music sounds great. There's all these cool shots of the lights, and then they just pan to Jared Leto. I'm like, why is he in this movie?
He just sucks.
Whoever did Challengers should do Tron music, because that would be good for Tron.
It's like Nine Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails, yeah.
Which they did the music for Terrifier 3 also. Or at least like a song.
Very
I didn't
interesting.
know
Kind of
that.
cool.
That's
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just wanted to mention that. And then this also, just because we talked about Zach Creger before,
Yeah.
he apparently wrote a film for the DCU called Henchman. And it wouldn't be a superhero movie, but it would be set in like a superhero universe. And it basically follows a low-level henchman in Gotham who manages to somehow incapacitate Batman and gains like notoriety from it.
Yeah.
And apparently Harley Quinn and Joker have roles in the story. This just seems like a really cool idea. It's like something new in the superhero genre. Is like follow not the hero, but like some random guy.
Yeah.
So I just thought that would be a cool idea. I don't know.
That seems like something those are the type of stories James Gunn would do.
Yeah. Even though I know, Cass, you hate DC though. So.
Really?
What do you mean?
Oh, I was like,
I don't actually know anything about DC.
She
I
hated
don't
Superman
really like.
though.
I don't like Marvel, really, but I like The Dark Knight. That count or no?
Yeah, that counts.
Okay.
I think the DC comics are like way better than the Marvel ones in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I'm giving her a hard time because we went to see Superman.
She's trying to give me hate from the
No,
people.
I'm not trying to give you
like
hate. No.
She's scared I'm gonna start my rival podcast.
No, you can't do that. No. With LeBou as the co-host.
Me and LeBou.
No, but remember when we saw Superman?
Yes, I do remember that.
And you were like, that's literally like 20 minutes in, you're like, is this thing over yet? I was like, bro.
That was
Then
funny.
you're like, I'm never going to another superhero movie for 10 years.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I
right when we
said. I
walked
said I
out.
think I'm good on superhero
Really?
movies for 20
I'm
years.
surprised. I feel like I don't know. I liked it.
I mean, I like my older sister really liked it, so I thought I was gonna like it a lot more, but it was just like pretty generic to me. I did like some parts of it though.
It's fine. It's not your thing. I get it. I just thought you were going to like it. So when I was like, yeah, she's actually going to like this, and then you're like, I'm never watching this for 10 years. I was like, bro.
I'm not super into like fantasy.
Yeah. That's a very fantastical kind of
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
With what's
Yeah.
happening. So
But yeah, I hope this gets made, honestly. But we'll see.
I do like that idea, like that it's not about the hero really. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How have people not thought of that yet?
and it's cool that it's like such a talented director too, like wanting to do it. Like that's what I like about the DCU is. I mean, obviously I love Marvel too, but we're getting Clayface in a couple like next year, where that was just a pitch from a director. It was a director-driven story. Or same thing with this, where I feel like Marvel that it's not. Usually it's like a. Obviously Matt Shakman directed Fantastic Four, but there was huge studio insight and like input into that movie. It wasn't like his sole vision.
yeah.
So
Wait, before we move on, I don't know which one of you it is, but whoever
It's
has
not
your
me. It's
Joe,
not
I think
me.
your phone is like right near your mic, so whenever it vibrates,
yeah,
it's like,
Yeah,
like it
no, I'm
shakes
sorry.
the entire thing.
I didn't
No,
tell
it's
myself
fine.
we were
Just like,
recording.
yeah, no, you're fine. Just put it like on the couch or something,
Yeah.
so that doesn't happen. But anyway, sorry. There's like 2 more things, Joe. If you want to, actually, why
Yeah.
don't you read this one, Cass? Actually,
Okay. Wait. So this says first look images from Good Boy is described as a horror movie shot from the perspective of a dog who sees its owner haunted by supernatural entities. It's been rated 95% on Rotten Tomatoes and named one of the most heartbreaking horror films of 2025. When's that coming out?
I think October.
I don't know. Somewhere, yeah, probably October of this year. Well, it must be this year, but
The dog's very
I
cute.
wonder how they will do this.
I don't know. I feel like it's a great idea though because
Yeah.
it's such an easy, likable protagonist. Everyone's gonna root for the dog.
What if he's
Uh,
evil? That's what they want you to root for.
Yeah.
He's
Well, it's one of-
really cute though.
He is
He's very
cute
cute,
from those
yeah.
pictures. And I saw like some behind the scenes of them like directing the dog. It's kind of
really?
funny. But it's like a good idea. And actually, I wasn't, I don't know. I feel like if you asked me about this a year ago, I would have been like, yeah, this is a bad idea. But there was a similar movie that came out this year, which is one of my favorite movies this year, called Presence, which follows the haunting of a house, but it's from the perspective of the ghost.
Yeah.
So there's no dialogue. Well, there is dialogue, but the main character and what you see is like the the ghost perspective. So it's just watching other people's conversations and like this and that. And I love that movie. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it was great. So that kind of gives me hope for this.
There's been dogs at the Oscars lately, right? From
Oh yeah,
Anatomy of a Fall.
Yeah, Anatomy of a Fall. I feel like there was another one last year.
I'm seeing by the way, August 19th, film at Lincoln Center. Good boy.
Nice.
Oh really?
That be possible?
That's pretty. I mean, they have early screenings.
Is it premiering at, because there's a New York Film Festival coming up?
Lincoln Center.
Maybe we should go. That's a Tuesday.
It says tickets to the screening are no longer available.
Wow, we missed out.
We're
going to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre the day before that, though. That should be fun.
I'm hyped because I've never seen it, but anyway. No, I think people online are saying that Good Boy is like Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, I did see that.
That's actually, yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah,
kind
it's
of fun.
Yeah.
I hope it's scary. I hope it's heartbreaking. Makes me scared for the dog.
Is the dog gonna die?
Is the owner gonna turn on the dog? I don't want to see that.
I know the director was saying something about like his plot or his pitch for the movie was like, oh, you know why sometimes your dog like looks into the corner of the room and start barking at something for no reason. Like this is why. This is the story of why. So I feel like it could be kind of interesting, but
yeah,
we could get to the last thing. The cat would just be unbothered.
Yeah.
The last thing. Should I say this one?
Yeah, you should. This one.
Okay. Greta Gerwig's Narnia movie has begun filming, starring Emma Mackey, Daniel Craig, Carey Mulligan, and Meryl Streep. Releasing on Netflix. Mm-hmm. What?
And IMAX simultaneously.
And IMAX. Well, I'm a big Greta fan. I am at Ladybird 69420. And I also love Little Women, and I love Barbie too. So I'm really excited.
What do you think? Because I don't know if I know you're an avid reader as well. I don't know if you've read Narnia.
I'm not really an avid reader, but I actually did not really read the Narnia books. I kind of like the original movie with like the Ice Princess. Like, that was always a good one. I think it's funny how people are like, oh, Aslan is God or whatever. So I'm curious to see what will happen in this. I feel like it's a little random. I guess she always does like these adaptation type of films. Not always, but...
Little Women is a classic. The only one that she did that wasn't an adaptation was Lady Bird, unless that was a book as well. I don't think so.
I don't think so, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm excited for it. I just trust her at this point.
A really good cast too. It's like Daniel Craig, Emma Mackey. Who's the girl from Mom?
Love me some Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Yeah.
I want to see first look at it though. That's what I want to see. Like, how is that gonna look? Because I feel like, I think Barbie like looked really good in my opinion. Like, I thought it was very fun looking. Like, where she's doing on the bike to like go to the real world with Ryan Gosling. Like, those are really fun scenes. So I'm curious to see how she'll do like these Narnia scenes.
Yeah, it should be fun. I like her style, and I was gonna say she's one of the only directors that multiple of her films I've given 5 stars. I think the only other one might be Denis and Taika Waititi.
I think Denis is the only one for me. Lady Bird 5, and that was it. But I haven't seen Little Woman yet.
Do we know who's playing, like... I feel like people were... Saoirse's not in Narnia, not set to be in Narnia.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Which is very weird, because people were saying, like, she would have been such a good ice princess. Are you kidding me? That would have been fire.
I think it's weird, because she wasn't in Barbie either.
Yeah, what is the breakup
Barbie, I know
here?
she said she had scheduling conflict. She was supposed to have a cameo in it.
Is Saoirse pregnant right now?
Yeah,
she is. Yeah, right? She's having a baby?
Yeah, that might have played into it. Maybe they'll bring her into like the sequels as a different character or something.
I like that they're actually releasing this and it's not going straight to Netflix.
Yeah.
I think that was the only way they got her on board.
Yeah, I think she said that they had to make deals with IMAX in order to get her to sign on, so...
It's also saying online that apparently, I don't know if this is true, but this is going to be a series, I'm not sure. Yeah. But it's supposed to be an adaptation for the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe prequel.
I didn't know that, but I think you're right, actually.
There's like they're apparently going to do all the books. I just don't, I've never read any of them. I don't even know anything really about them. I just know that they're supposed to adapt all of them.
She must have got such a fat paycheck for this.
I don't want her to be roped into a franchise thing, though, for several movies. Like, I don't like that, because, like, that, for me, it's not like...
Is she British, Greta Gerwig? Or is she from America?
I think she's American. Have you seen Frances Ha? I actually don't love Frances Ha.
I haven't seen that one. That's like one of her only ones I haven't seen.
Because like if she's British, I feel like this is like a This is like a really big British literature. Like
Yeah,
She's
that's a
American.
good point.
yeah, like it's very. I don't know what the comparison would be like for U.S. I feel like there's not.
Wait, she did Snow White?
No.
No, she
Oh.
made. Maybe she was in it.
Well, because when I look up Greta Gerwig in the Google movies,
Oh, she may have been a writer on it because her
I think
husband
she
was a
wrote
writer
the
on it.
live. Did she write the live action?
I think her husband wrote it, so maybe she was like a co-writer on it.
maybe. Yeah.
Snow White.
Well,
whatever. I think we can move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe, I think me and Cass are about to go head to head right now in
Alright.
a little trivia game.
oh
So
god.
it shouldn't be too
Right.
difficult.
No, you guys know all these actors and actresses. So, for
So
those of you
maybe
who don't
Joe,
know-
you want to
I'll
explain it?
So I'm gonna be showing Matthew and Cassidy some actors and actresses, and we're gonna see if they can guess their highest rated overall letterbox movie based off the actor. All right.
All right, don't say yes or no until like we both say our answer.
Okay. Hold on, let me do it right now. 'Cause you don't have to change it on Letterboxd.
You're going down.
I'm yelling timber.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to cut that out.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Timothy Chalamet.
He's in so many movies. Highest rated.
Okay. I want to make sure you don't steal my answer though. How should we do this?
Say
Should we both
say one.
say it
No,
at the same
no.
time?
One of you say one. I say yes or no, and then we'll switch.
No. Okay. So okay.
So Cassie, you go first.
Oh no, you go first, Matt.
Okay. I think it's Call Me by Your Name.
What do you think?
I feel like it's not Call Me by Your Name. It probably is, but it could be Beautiful Boy.
Both those are wrong.
Little Women, Little Women, Little Women.
No.
Darn it.
Oh my! Why are you stealing? It was my turn.
Oh, sorry. I thought we only had one guess.
No, let's keep going until one of us
Okay.
gets it.
Okay,
No, it's okay. You can have that turn. You can have it.
This one's kind of tough, honestly.
Oh, Doom Part 2.
Nope. That's number two. That's
one.
number
Dune 1.
two. No. He's not the lead in the movie.
Oh, that's our hint. Okay.
I'm running out of Timmy movies.
Ladybird.
I don't know Willy Wonka.
You're
Wonka.
Should we know this?
Yeah.
What's a big Timmy movie?
He's not.
Oh, Interstellar.
Yep.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot he was in that totally. Like, actually, I would have never
Yeah.
ever guessed that.
Get
Damn
smoked.
it. What's
Ready?
next? What's
Ready for
after
the next one?
Interstellar?
Hold on. Oh, I just went off his thing.
It's okay,
It was Doom Part 2. Interstellar Doom Part 2. Let me see. Let me go back. Hold on.
Was Call Me by Your Name up there or no?
I think yeah, but it's not. It's not like in the top 4. Hold on. It's Interstellar, Doom Part 2, Little Woman, then like Hans Zimmer and Friends, Diamond in the Desert. I guess he was.
All right, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
That doesn't
no.
count.
Beautiful Boy is 5, Dune is 6, and then Call Me by Your Name is 7, and then like the behind the
Wow.
scenes of Call Me by Your Name is 8.
Way off. Way off.
Well, your first guess I think was better than my first guess.
Yes, it was.
All right, hold on.
Who's next?
Florence Pugh.
Who goes first?
Well,
Cass.
Matt went first last time, so
I think I know what it is though.
Florence Pugh. Oh, I was confusing her with Saoirse for a second. Florence Pugh. It's some Marvel, right? I don't know.
It's not gonna be Marvel. Marvel isn't high.
Okay. Florence Pugh. Oh, Midsummer.
nope.
It's too
Damn.
controversial. I think it's Doom Part 2.
Yep. You know she was.
How
barely
is
in
it? How is Midsummer controversial?
I think it's good, but it's not like a universally loved movie.
So
What?
I'm
I feel like
sure.
it is.
I think Little Woman's probably next, right?
Then it's Oppenheimer.
Oh, I forgot she's in that.
Little Woman
That
is
could have been it.
3.
Yeah.
And you
I'm
know-
shocked it's
what
not
do you-
Oppenheimer.
What do you think 4 is?
Lady Macbeth.
I love this movie. It's not gonna. Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Is it?
I don't know.
All right, just say it. Just say it.
Puss in Boots.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, darling.
That's a 4.1 on Letterboxd. Puss in Boots.
Wow. Wow.
Wait, I think I saw that one actually.
Really?
That one's
yeah,
good.
In theater.
It's very good. Yeah, you should definitely watch it. All right.
Who's next?
Okay.
I can't keep winning.
This
I'm
is
not gonna win
Well,
this.
Matt, this is
very...
probably one of Matthew's favorite actors.
You're just giving me a. You're just tossing me a freaking change
The
up
Rock.
here. Oh my god.
The Rock.
So the
The
first.
Oh, I have my guess.
The first
Oh, I
two,
think I know.
The first two that he's in are like documentaries, so I'm not gonna count those.
Yeah, don't count them. I'm gonna say Moana.
I was gonna say Moana.
Yep.
Okay, the cast. We'll give that one to you because
I
you
kind
said
of.
it
I'm
first.
looking at. He's as a. Most of them are like WWE
It's so
like
good in Moana.
biography stuff. And then
What's his like live action?
It's
highest
Moana.
What can I say? You're
Let me see.
welcome.
It's. Oh wait, no. The first live action one is Fast 5, and it's 3.6, 3.5.
rating? That just shows like how horrible his filmography is.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Aren't you excited for his new one?
I
Yeah,
feel like
I
this.
am.
Yeah, the Smashing Machine is supposed to be like.
Why are
He
you a
has
rock
that,
defender all
And
of a
he
sudden?
has that other movie, that like Hawaiian.
With Scorsese.
Yeah, that like Hawaiian crime movie. But yeah.
All right. Who's
Isn't he in the
next?
game plan? Is that him?
Yeah.
That movie's fire.
Yeah. Okay. The Tooth Fairy.
Oh, that one's so good.
All right. 2-1. I'm winning.
Alright.
Wait,
Who's next?
2? What 2 did you get?
The first two, Florence Pugh and Timmy.
You shouldn't get it unless you get it on the first try.
All right.
Anyway.
Next
All right.
actress
Even though
is,
I got the last one and gave it to you. Okay.
ready?
Go ahead. Yeah.
is Lupita Nyong'o. Lupita Nyong'o.
What's the one that she's in?
You go first.
Damn it. Oh, Us.
Nope.
I was gonna say Us. I'll guess Black Panther.
Nope. This is actually, I did not expect the movie that it is. It's like a lot higher than I would have thought it would be.
Is it like a well-known movie?
Mm-hmm. You've seen it.
Has Cass seen it? Can you check on
Let's
Letterboxd?
see.
I don't have everything that I've seen reviewed. If it's old, then I might not have it reviewed.
No, it's
I
not
don't even
know
old.
if I
It
can
came
guess
out.
it.
I think it came out last year.
Oh god,
Oh.
that does not ring bells for me.
It came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
She's in it.
I don't know what Lupita's been in, other than like Us and.
What was she in last year?
And honestly, she's pretty unrecognizable in the role too.
Is she like some creature?
No, she's not a creature.
If
If I tell you what it is, it's gonna give it away.
What? Well, obviously. Oh, if you tell us like what she's playing.
Yeah.
creature it is.
I'm trying to
Or
think.
not creature. Maybe she plays like a man.
Nope.
Who else is in the movie?
Pedro Pascal, Kit Connor. Those
Oh,
like,
I know what it is. I know what it is.
I don't know, Matt. So you got it.
The Wild Robot. It's animated.
Yeah, I've never
which is
seen
kind of crazy. I did not expect that to be her highest rated.
Yeah.
She's great
Yeah.
in it though.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. But
It's 4.2. After that is 12 Years a Slave. That's 4.2 as well.
that's what I was gonna guess too. But when you said she's unrecognizable in it, I was like,
Yeah. Then it's like, all this random stuff. Yeah.
Cass. Also, after this, if you want to do like, I could try to guess the reviews, your Letterboxd reviews.
That one's fun. I was
So we-
thinking we could even do that. Like we could just read Joe his own reviews and
see if he
see if he remembers them.
Oh, Lord.
Could
I
try.
don't know, but you guys write like in-depth reviews. Like I do a lot of like just silly reviews, so it's
Yeah.
fun. It's more fun because
Yeah.
you guys are like, oh, I'm talking about this on the pod. Da, da, da.
That's me mainly.
It's
I'm
more
like,
in depth.
click the link
Alright.
here to listen.
Alright.
No
Let
one
me
clicks it.
continue. Hold on.
All right, this should be 2 left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Cass, you need to get both of these.
I told you I wasn't gonna win the games. It's okay.
All right. The next actor is Michael B. Jordan.
You go first.
There's 2 that I'm thinking. Wait. Isn't he also in Black Panther or no?
Yeah.
That's not my guess, but I feel like it's either it has to be Creed or something like that. I guess I'll just do one Creed.
Nope.
I was gonna say Fruitvale Station.
I was gonna say that too.
No,
Ooh,
that's
my
2.
next one.
That's 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was gonna be my next guess.
And Creed is 4.
What the
Oh,
heck
wow.
else is he in? I don't know my Michael B. Jordan enough.
Is he the lead in it?
Hold on. Yes.
Damn it. I don't know other Michael B. Jordan movies.
I'm fairly
Oh,
positive
oh.
both of you have seen this.
Cass, there's one that came out this year you could try.
It's not. Is it not Creed? Like 3?
No.
No.
The one that came out this year.
Oh, duh. But I don't think that's gonna be it. But Sinners.
Mm-hmm.
It is
it.
Sinners.
That's it?
You kind of gave it to me.
Well, no, but you've seen it. You knew that, but yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, I totally forgot. There's 2 of him.
Yeah.
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 It's
Wow, that's his highest. Wow.
yeah, Sinners, then
Yeah.
it's Fruitvale Station, then it's Just Mercy. But
Never
that's
seen
like
that.
with him and
Oh,
Daniel
Tom Cole.
Destin Creighton, which I've never seen, but it's 3.8.
People love Sinners. I mean, I liked Sinners, but damn.
Yeah, his highest rate is crazy. But,
I mean, I guess I didn't think Creed was amazing. I liked it, but
I will give that one to you. 3-2. You could tie it up here.
All right, now
It's gonna be an actress, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
right?
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, that's good.
come
That's
on, you're
good.
gonna get this one off the jump. I think.
You go first, Cass. I'll
No,
let
you go first. You go first. I'm not taking no handouts.
Her?
Nope. That's 7.
Lost in translation.
Nope.
Darn it! It's a Marvel stupid thing.
No, there's no way it's
Nah,
Marvel.
it's not Marvel. Where is Lost in
Ooh,
Translation?
ooh!
This
I
should
have
be-
my next guess.
Jojo Rabbit.
Nope.
Marriage Story.
No, that's 5. That's 6.
Damn it!
Wow. I thought that would be it too,
I
actually.
thought that would be it. What the heck else is she in?
I didn't. To be fair, I did not know she was in the movie. That it's
What?
Oh, is it like Inception? Is she in that?
no.
No.
I'll give you a hint. Same director though.
So Nolan.
A Nolan movie that she's in?
Mm-hmm.
Are we stupid? Should we know this?
Tenant.
I haven't seen it. This movie. You definitely have. Cass, it's on your watch list.
Is it Tenant?
No.
What Nolan movie is she in? Well, don't tell me. But
Think of a Nolan movie that you've seen, Matt, that I haven't.
well, let me try to go through his filmography. It's Interstellar. It's not Interstellar.
No.
Tenet.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. It's not that. It's not any of the Batman movies that he's done. Oh, I know what it is. I'm giving you one chance, Cass.
I don't know.
The Prestige.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that is in my list.
She's really good in that, actually.
I have to watch
Wow.
that.
These
Yeah.
are interesting. I would not
Yeah,
have
it's kind
thought
of
these.
surprising, but
Yeah.
Prestige is a great movie. You should definitely watch that.
Yes, it's
So-
on my list. And The
Yeah.
Master. Big on my list right now.
All right, so we can move on to the next movie, unless Cass, I don't know if you want to do that letterbox thing.
I could look, but let me see if I can, like, what's the best way for me to go through my reviews? My diary, right?
Yeah,
But then it doesn't show the review.
we'll click on it. It should.
But it just shows the movie.
No, click on it. Click
Oh.
on one of the
to
movies.
click on all of them. Okay, let me, like, randomly
See if
look
you,
around.
yeah. See if you
Very
find like a
funny
good
one.
one.
Oh, I think we did this a little bit, like, a while ago. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, though. No, neither of you guys have seen this. Hold on.
God. Just like say what we're doing though. Say what we're doing.
Oh, so what? I'm gonna look through my reviews, and I'm gonna read them, and you guys have to guess what movie it is based on my obscure review.
Okay, let's do it.
Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Mine says, this isn't really a good one, but just one to find. It says, love the performances. I don't love an open ending, no matter how realistic and thought-provoking it is or supposed to be. Anyway, that damn dog did it for sure.
Scooby-Doo.
Anatomy of a Fall.
Yes! I thought that one was kind of easy.
Not for me, huh?
This one's an obvious one, in my opinion. You're gonna know this one immediately, but it's my number one rec to everyone. Best kiss scene ever. Beautiful Norway. Everything, yes.
Worst person in the world.
Yeah. It was fun, but man, does this guy yap. So obscure.
It was fun, but man, does this guy yap?
Yeah, I don't think either of you guys have seen that, actually.
Is it new?
No, it's old.
Oh. Never mind.
I don't know.
There's no way you get this one. It's Annie Hall.
No.
The
Never seen
Woody movie. He's really annoying,
Woody.
honestly.
Yep.
What else did I do? Okay, I'm gonna blank out the actor's name.
Okay.
Actually, no, you wouldn't get it without that. I don't know. It's it's kind of obvious, but it's Jacob Elordi. It seems I've grown quite fond of you, though there are no sexual urges or desires. You come to me as a long-lost friend whom I once picked apples with in Papa's orchard.
What?
Saltburn?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Was that a line from the movie?
No, I saw that on Twitter, and it's so funny. Okay. I mean, I feel like I should have found these before.
Yeah, no, I put you on the spot. I was just like, fuck it. But all right.
My Barbarian review is just, what the fuck was that? 2.5 stars. Alrighty.
All right, well, it was fun to destroy you in that one. But maybe you'll get me next time. Let's see.
Okay.
So, Cass, when we decided you were going to be on the pod, I told you to pick out a movie to watch.
Yes.
And you chose this movie, The Descent. So, why'd you choose it? And maybe you could read the synopsis and introduce us to the movie.
Okay, yes. So, The Descent, 2005. Scream your last breath. After a personal tragedy, Sarah joins her friends on a caving expedition in the Appalachian Mountains, but when a rockfall traps them deep underground, their adventure turns into a nightmare. As they search for a way out, the group discovers they are not alone. Lurking in the darkness are savage, cave-dwelling creatures. With rising tension and dwindling trust, the women must fight to survive against both the predators and each other. So, yeah, basically, I kind of felt like this episode was turning into a little bit of a creature feature horror, so I knew I wanted to watch horror. I honestly don't love to watch movies multiple times. Like, I want to watch new things because there's so much I haven't seen. So I looked up, like, best horror movies ever. And the people of Reddit love this movie. Also, I love to go into movies blind. Like, I don't want to know anything about it. So once I saw that it was, like, super upvoted on Reddit, I just sent it to Matt, and I was like, this is what I choose. And what do you know? There's one man in this movie, and he dies in the first 5 minutes, and it follows 6 badass, adventurous women. What a pick! Come on.
Yeah, that was really
great.
I feel
pick.
like
Fitting pick.
that was one of the aspects I really liked about it, was the fact that it's an all-female cast.
Yeah.
Because you don't usually see that in horror. I mean, there's usually like a mix, and then it ends up with the final girl. But having the all-female cast, I think, was a cool choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't even know that, so that was so random. But yeah, I don't know.
The concept of the movie is good. Like, it's just like a great concept for horror. Because the fear of being lost in a cave is kind of like a universal, like, irrational fear. Like, that would never happen to us, probably. But, like, being lost in a cave is a scary thought. And then, you know, the fact that there's also these creatures on top of it.
Yeah. And I like the designs of the creatures and how they're kind of just like... I like that they don't see. They just kind of like echolocate and everything. Like, they actually kind of would act like how an animal would act that lived in a cave.
Mm-hmm. They were creepy. And, like, we kind of find out about them before the girls notice them. Like, we see them in the background, and then I like how we find out that they're blind, because you don't really know that at first, and they're, like, so scary and just, like, freaky. But But yeah, I thought it was fun, and I thought that like it was a little bit. I don't know. Obviously, I have like some problems with it, but I thought it was really fun. I thought the setting was so unique and added so much to it. Like aesthetically, it looked so cool, and of that one scene where she's in the carcasses and the blood, and she comes out of the pool. Like that is such an epic horror scene. Love that. So,
Yeah, I love that scene as well. You were talking about those cave dweller things. What are they called?
The crawlers.
The crawlers.
Cool.
So the director actually said that they are cavemen who stayed underground and evolved for thousands of years.
That is crazy.
Which, I mean, I guess that makes sense because like it would
The
be
cave
like
art.
how would humans evolve if we lived underground?
Yeah.
And we'd probably lose our eyesight because there's no light, so you don't need your eyes. Your other senses get stronger. That makes sense. However, why does that one girl start turning into one of them?
I don't know if that actually happened. Or did that happen? I kind of, when me and Matt, I feel like when we were watching it, we were like, oh, I guess if these creatures are ex-spelunkers who died down here when they were in the cave, like they were like more recent people that died, and then they turn into like this weird creature. I feel like that's kind of how we saw it. And then there was like some scene that was like, I think that's the scene where Beth gets killed by Juno, but I think that was supposed to almost be like Juno's pop. Like she's so like scared in the moment, and she's kind of like swinging, and she thinks she's killing the crawler, and then she ends up stabbing like one of her friends.
Yeah.
So I think that might have been, but I don't think they actually do morph into the creatures.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I don't know though.
That confused me a little bit. Also, apparently, the creature's design was inspired by Nosferatu, and the makeup took 3.5 hours for each creature.
Yeah.
They look pretty scary.
They were spooky. Yeah, I like how they were introduced, where I forget what exactly happens, but they basically flash light and then they just see one and like freak the fuck out. Apparently, when they were filming, the actresses didn't know what the creatures looked like, or didn't know that they were going to be there in that scene. So it's like an actual live reaction, which cool. I thought it's just like props to the director for setting that up, because you get a more genuine response out of your actresses. I think the body horror in this was also really great. A lot of it was sort of realistic injuries, which is kind of, in a way, more hard to watch, because you could see something like someone getting their hand split open or like breaking their leg and their bone coming out. And you can imagine that actually happening to you, compared to like getting eaten by a monster. That's like more hard to like fathom, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like there was like, you might disagree with me because of the silly bat scene in the beginning, but other than that, I feel like there wasn't that much CGI. It was like a lot of like nice stunts. That was also like something that I really liked just from the beginning. These women are so strong. Like they are like monkey barring from the cave. That was very impressive to me. These women, like
they're supposed to be experienced. I think it says
they are definitely experienced. Like they are really cool people to be able to like to survive as long as they did. Is great. I guess we should talk more about like the actual like plot, like the betrayals and the plot.
Yeah. Well, the movie starts with this opening scene where this family's rafting, and then they're in a car ride home, and it's kind of like, all right, like what's going on here? They're setting something up, and then out of nowhere, it's a car accident and a brutal death. A pipe flies from a truck and impales the father, and it was a family of 3. And it doesn't show it on screen, but it's implied that the daughter gets impaled as well. And then this mother is left, basically. She's the only one who survived. And then Sarah, yeah. And then she becomes the main character, like the protagonist moving forward. But it has a lot to do with like how she reacts to losing her family and her kind of grief. And that plays in kind of to like the plot and like what ends up happening. But I don't know, Cass, I know we talked about it a little bit. I think you had.
Yeah, I don't know. After watching it, like, and thinking about it, I'm liking it, like, more, because I do like how the story was built. Like, they kind of come together for the first time after the big accident, and at first it's kind of hard because there's so many women. There's, like, 6 of them, and you're like, who the heck is who? Like, what what is the dynamic here? What are these characters? And like they kind of leave you little like breadcrumbs to hint to certain things that are gonna be big later. Like at some point when Juno's like, we all lost something that day. She's like, okay, what the heck does that mean? And then that eventually leads to her affair with Paul. And, you know, like, Sarah has, like, these episodes where she has, like, panic attacks and she sees her daughter at, like, because I think her daughter's birthday was supposed to be, like, that right after that, right? So I think
yeah, that's why there's that imagery with the cake.
Yeah, I think the daughter's, like, Jessica, I think her name is, something like that. But,
Yeah, I think Jessica.
yeah, like, and then... you know, they get in their car and they're driving, and the first thing they see before they go in the cave is a huge dead moose, which kind of is nice because then they get in there, it's like the animal carcasses, and they're like, oh, we think they dragged them down here and eat them down here, right? Like the crawlers. So I like those like aspects.
Yeah, definitely. Joe, sorry, can you just like center yourself? Sorry. Because you were like all the way on the right.
I know, I don't have a desk, so I like sit on my couch, but like my back was starting to bother me, so I'm like laying like this now.
No, you're good. You're fine. You were posted up last episode too.
Yeah, no, I was.
Yeah, I don't think you have TikTok. You don't see my comments. I'm like, Joe looks so slow.
No, I don't have TikTok. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've been pretty quiet though, Joe. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I feel like I was mentioning this to you before. The editing was a little like weird for me. But I like the premise, and I thought the jump scares were actually like really good and well executed. A couple of scenes I like were like, you know, I forgot the character's name. I think it's Juno, when she's lying down and like recording them, but they can't see her, and she just kind of sees them like ripping that person's body apart. I thought that was a really cool scene.
Yeah.
And I like that. At the end, they kind of turn into like, well, they just start like beating the shit out of all of them and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was cool. Like they just. It kind of turned into this little action moment for a little bit. This is kind of a transition into favorite scene, but this scene of her climbing out with like the light over like all the bones, like that was such a good shot. And I was like, damn,
it looked really cool.
Like, because the camera work was fine in the movie, but that shot really stood out to me. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, Cass, remember you said during that scene, you said the same exact thing. You're like, what a great shot.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was such a good shot. Yeah. I honestly loved how the movie looked. I thought like the lighting throughout the movie added so much to it. I think online I saw that it says that there's no like fake movie lighting, like it's all like flares or flashlights and headlamps, like the lighting in the movie. I love the flares, like lighting up the whole cave bright red. It was so scary. Like the texture of all the walls, so cool, and like, you know, when they're climbing over the huge like abysses, and it's like just so scary. Like, I don't know, I love that. And then I guess we can get into like whatever. They go in, they descend, and then Sarah gets like trapped, and she loses her rope bag, and they're kind of their path is like blocked out now. It's like collapsed. And then Juno and Holly are chatting, and like this is after Holly's like, oh, this is boring caves, like I don't even want to go in this easy. And then they're like, well, we're actually not there. I don't have the book because we're not even going to this cave. We're literally discovering it. And I also reported to like the parks that we were doing those caves, but we're not even there. So literally no one's gonna save us, and we betrayed all of you guys because we have ego problems. I don't know.
There's like a lot of nuances in the relationships of the characters, and like just the conflict besides the actual creatures trying to kill them. And yeah, you mentioned the lighting too. I really enjoyed the lighting as well, especially the colorful scenes. Like I remember also there was a shot, like a scene that was fully green in the cave. It wasn't only red. And I thought that was just, it was cool. Right? It just looked cool. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I was also gonna mention, Joe, you were talking about like how they start like fighting, like beating the shit out of them, whatever. Yeah. Like a lot of it, the creatures' movements were like very kind of Raimi-esque in a way. They would hit the instant like this, like turn their head so quick. Yeah. It's like it was like so goofy, but in a way that I enjoyed. Yeah. I don't know.
It almost had a little bit of camp to it.
Yeah, it was a little bit campy. Yeah.
I feel like I liked it because it was so unique. Like, how many cave movies do you watch? Cave horror. Like, I think, like what you were saying, Matt, there's so much stress on these damn girls. Like, they have this insane tragedy that happened right after their last rafting thing. So there's like people are saying like the crawlers are really like Sarah's demons, like her emotional, her grief, all of these problems, and then like you're in confined spaces all the time throughout this movie. That is such a stressful thing in general. You literally have no way out. Like things that can cave in on you anytime. Like when Holly goes running, she like sees light and she's literally so like needs to get out that she starts running and then she falls down and breaks her leg and her bone is sticking out. Yeah. And then the one like soon to be doctor has to like splint her up. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Like everything is just so difficult for these women here, and then not even all of that, and then I didn't even mention the crawlers that are actually attacking them and so scary. So it was fun. I loved it.
Yeah, what you're saying about them being kind of her demons, I saw some speculation that the whole like the creatures were not actually real, and Sarah, when she went in the cave, went insane, hallucinated the creatures and killed all of her friends herself.
I love that theory.
That seems that's kind of fun.
Yeah, I feel like that
it's possible, and
that makes the
also,
last scene make more sense.
What?
She's hallucinating everything.
Oh yeah. But also, there's two different endings, which is something I realized after the fact. Joe, the one we watched, or I guess the one we all watched, was she sees what's her name? Juno. A hallucination of Juno. After killing Juno, she gets to her car and then sees Juno's bloody body basically in the passenger seat next to her, and then the movie ends.
And then she like vomits out the side, and then the car passes. It's like scary. Last jump scare, and then
But there's another version which was supposed to be, I think, the actual ending, which was released in Europe for some reason. The U.S. version was the one we saw. That after she sees Juno, it cuts. She's back in the cave, and her daughter's there with her, and there's a cake that says like "Happy Birthday, Jessica," and they light the candles. Then it kind of looks at Sarah, and she just like smiles a little bit, and it zooms out, and then the movie ends there. So she never made it out. She never made it out. So it's like that makes more sense because also like where did that hole to escape appear from?
And side note, the driving through the woods after she reaches her car was one of the funniest scenes ever. She is freaking like doing like she's getting airtime in the truck. Like, girl, you just survived. Can you calm down? Like now you need to go funny. 70 in the woods, like off-roading. That was so funny. Like, mind you, somebody who has intense car PTSD is just freaking going crazy. That was so funny.
Yeah, that was really funny. I feel like that last scene also, in a weird way, reminded me of the ending of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that with the girl running
where,
at
like,
the end.
it's a girl running and she gets in a car and, like, she's just kind of, like, a mess and just escapes. Well, spoilers, I guess, for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But, yeah, it's similar to that ending. But, yeah. I had... Yeah, go ahead, Joe, but I had some other things.
No, I was going to agree with you. Like, her, like, the way she's, like, flailing her body around and stuff, it was very reminiscent of that ending sequence in Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. So there's one character I didn't like that was, like, the goth girl. She was so annoying.
Holly.
Yeah. I was
so
happy
the
when
one
she
that
got
was
killed.
like, oh, the cave isn't a big deal. Like,
yeah. She had her satisfying demise. I mean, that was brutal. Oh my gosh. And what would you do? That, honestly, if you go out with your friends in the nature and you are in extreme conditions where it is really life or death situation and one of your stupid ass friends is not doing things safely and then ends up breaking their whole leg, like, I'm not going to say I would leave him behind, but you just ruined all of our chances.
We wouldn't be friends after the trip.
Yeah, because how are you going to crawl through a cave with no working leg? Like,
yeah, you might be getting left
over
to
the crawlers.
Yeah,
you might be left. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
She was so annoying. But also, I liked, like, the filming aspect, where they had, like, the little camera. What was the point of that? I thought they were going to do something with that later.
Yeah, they didn't really do much with that. It could have been used for some sort of, like, I don't know, some unique visual thing.
They exist or something.
Yeah, I like the visual part of it, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of blanking here a little bit, honestly.
Trying to think of other things. Well, we didn't talk about the like infidelity
Oh,
reveal.
yeah.
I thought that was good. I didn't really kind of get it like originally. We were kind of really tired when we were watching it also, so we were like, okay, let's lock in. But
Yeah, I was like falling asleep. I did lock in though. I did stay
yeah,
up for all of it, but
like Beth has a pendant from Juno that says Paul or says something Paul used to say. I don't know how Beth has it. I think like
Doesn't
when Juno kills Beth accidentally.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think she takes like probably like she steals it from her when she kills her. Or
Yeah,
something.
she like rips it off her.
Yeah.
But also that was a little bit interesting because like that was like an hour before that Beth is taken out by her friend and then just randomly, even though you would think she's in a whole new part of the cave system, Sarah stumbles upon her and it's like, oh, she's still alive. And she's like, also, I didn't really, I mean, actually, no, in the moment I didn't get it. She's like, don't trust Juno. And I was like, why? Juno didn't kill you on purpose. She killed you on accident, but it was because of the affair, I guess. And so then when Sarah kills Juno in the end, I was like, whoa, damn. But she also did that very gruesome because she didn't even kill her. She
Yeah.
just
that kneecap
disables her.
Yeah.
That was awful, honestly.
And that ending shot of not the ending shot, but the shot of where it's her back, and there's kind of all like the creatures like kind of all over the mountain, not mountain, the cave. I thought that was a cool shot too.
Yeah, I saw some stuff online saying too that like because of like the Europe ending with she never makes it out of the cave, some people are saying it's like an interesting, like you could think about it, like she has this totally severed relationship with her friend Juno now upon discovering this information about her, but they're the only two left standing from the group, so by killing her off, kind of her own friend, like she probably just screwed her own chances of survival. Yeah. Like she probably needed Juno to be able to get out of that cave. So she might have just like doomed herself by doing that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, your best friend, if you caught your best friend cheating on would you kill them? I don't know, would you let them die to the creatures? I don't know. I feel like, you know what? Like we can hash this out later. Would I let you die? I don't know.
What, like if your best friend was
betrays you in an awful way like that?
I mean, I wouldn't kill them, but like
You wouldn't be friendly.
I don't know. Maybe I'd let a creature take a nibble on them. You know what I'm saying? But maybe like take a finger. Let them die though. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you guys have a favorite scene in particular? Did anything stick out?
The bone scene, the ending scene.
Oh, like
crawling out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love the like the being drenched in blood.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna like that in
I
a horror.
agree.
That one was fun.
I was gonna say, yeah, her just emerging from the blood.
And
so
I
cool.
really also like that one of those initial scenes where they were crossing like the crevice, like the really deep crevice. I loved that scene. And then Juno falls and it's like she slammed into that wall. How was she fine? Like she was just fine after that. But that was such a good scene, and it was
that was when the
stunts,
creature
honestly.
was down there too, right?
I don't know if
the
the creature's
creature's in the
there
water.
yet.
Remember she falls in the water and the creature's in the water, and I was like, how did that thing get in the water? Why was it just sitting there?
that was a much later scene though, but I like that part too. Yeah, when you were like, what the heck is that? Okay, I forget whatever happened with that because the creature fell. Okay,
it fell
that
earlier.
was a good part. That was a good part.
Yeah. I also like just the initial creature reveal when you first see it.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is that? Because you kind of have the same reaction as the girls. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I like that.
Then favorite character, I feel like it's probably just Sarah. I don't really know who else you could.
Juno was good too. Yeah, I like them both. Crawler
himself.
They
Crawler
were
could
really
be one.
freaky.
They were cool. Yeah, I like them.
Honestly, a little bit unrealistic. Sarah just fighting off like 20 of them. With her like little cave things, like okay, girl, get it.
Whatever. I think like the more you think about it, it kind of does make sense that it would be hallucinating, and like an illusion, not real.
I do like that take actually.
Like what you mentioned before, like how did she stumble across her friend in this cave? It would make sense if like this was hallucinations, but yeah, I think we could rate it unless you guys have anything else to add.
Yeah, I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing stuff, but whatever.
You want to go first?
I can go. I think I gave it 7 out of 10. Quality one, I liked it, but it's not really 4-star status just yet. But I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I gave it a 3-star, 6 out of 10. I think a lot of why I don't rate it as high as I would like to is just because there was such a high expectation going in. Hey, Nami. Like you said, she just hit a little growl there.
Yeah, 'cause
like you said,
she wasn't on the keyboard.
Not again.
Not again. No.
Oh, jeez. All right, I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
You had hyped up and you wanted it to be more.
Yes. Sorry. Like you said about how you went on Reddit and they were like, "This is the scariest movie I've ever seen." I was just expecting a little more in terms of my fear factor. A lot of people talked about, the claustrophobia was a big thing that people were afraid of. I never really felt that while watching it, and the creatures were scary, but it wasn't like one of the scariest things ever.
Well, I like the claustrophobia a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. That just didn't connect with me for some reason. I think it's solid. I liked it, but I don't know. There's just something missing. So that's why I gave it a 3 stars.
Yeah. I also gave it 3 stars, so 6 out of 10. Like Matt said, there's a lot of elements that I do like about it, like the creatures and like how it being like an all-female cast and whatnot. But there's something there that nothing really pushes it over the edge for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's still a good pick, though.
It's solid,
yeah, because this had been on my list for a while, so I'm actually kind of glad you recommended it because people talk
honestly,
about it all the time.
The more I think about it and talk about it, the more I like it. But yeah, we'll see. I have not reviewed it officially on Letterboxd yet. I don't think any of us
neither
have.
have I.
Yeah,
no, not yet. So that was the
Tune in,
reveal.
follow us. So
what are
you
you
can
at
see
this
the
year,
drop.
man? How many movies?
This year?
Yeah.
Let me check.
I think I'm at like 97.
I am at 105, not including this, so 106.
I think
92 this year. That's kind of low.
I think I'm at like 103, but I still have 5 I have to log, including this.
Damn. You always log them so late.
Yeah, you log so many.
I won't post for like a month, and then I'll randomly upload like 12 movies or something like that.
Yeah, you've actually been smoking me this year. Last year, I absolutely destroyed you in watching movies.
This year, it's like close.
This year, you're kind of killing me. Well, no,
Wait,
I feel like... What?
There's no way Bert0524 is your cousin, right?
No, it
Yeah,
is.
that's Rob.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
He's dropping some heat in these reviews.
Yeah, no,
he cooks. He cooks.
We need to get him on here.
We should.
Why haven't we had him on, actually?
I don't know. I don't think he likes... I mean, he would join it. I don't know if he would like speaking, like on a,
Maybe we'll just, like, to go on camera. Maybe he'll just do mic or something.
Yeah. Why? What happened? You follow him randomly?
I just
or what?
saw Joe like his review on Flex. I was like, damn, this is a long review.
Long-ass review about
Shout out Bert.
Shout out Bert. You gotta give him the follow though, out of respect.
I just did. All
right, fire. He'll follow you back.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So before we wrap things up, let's go to the Q&A. We have a couple questions.
I forgot
from the
about
fans.
Q&A. God, this is such a long episode.
I know. Let's wrap this up. Hold on. Okay, we'll try to make the questions somewhat brief. So first question is from @Michael Costa Films. Mike, shout out to you, friend of the pod, former guest. This is a question about weapons. He just says, what's your take on the floating AR? We didn't really go into it too deep.
Yeah, we did. Kind of.
But
we touched on it.
School shooting allegory, guilt of a survivor.
I think it could also be like Josh Brolin imagining a gun of like his anger, like what he would do to someone if he found out like they had his kids, like he would kill them, shoot
why
them.
the 217 on it then?
I don't know. It's just that was just the number.
Sure.
But yeah, we kind of touched on that. So thank you for the question.
Good
question. Yeah, this is from @Anton_KinoLove on Instagram. Thank you. You ask us a bunch of questions, so we really appreciate it. They ask, what is your favorite horror movie from New Line Cinema? For me, that's an easy question. It's gotta be Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right? I'm trying to think of other stuff they've done.
Yeah, it makes me curious to like look up New Line Cinema horror and just see what they've done.
Let me see. I'm gonna go.
But New Line Cinema without Nightmare on Elm Street would not even exist today. That's why they're called the house that Freddy built.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, they have a lot of good
Yeah,
horror.
they actually do have a lot.
The
Low-key,
Conjuring.
They might have like the OG Evil Deads.
Well, I'm
Evil
hoping
Dead
that my
Rise,
new
let's
favorite
see.
one is gonna be Texas Chainsaw after we watch it, because I've never seen it, so no spoilers.
Did they do that one?
Yeah, that's what it says in
No,
the list.
that's the 2003 version.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
But
Sorry.
They did
are
Lights.
you even kidding me?
Oh, History of Violence.
Oz. They did The Nun.
Yeah, they actually have a bunch of solid ones. Yeah, which of these that you've seen, Cass? Have you seen any of these or not really?
I mean, I've seen the Nightmare on Elm Street. That was like actually one of the first horror movies that I ever watched, so kind of has a special place in my
Yeah.
heart.
We talked about it
Spooky.
on the pod.
Yeah.
Why is Don't
Rewatch.
Worry Darling on here?
They were involved in Don't Worry, Darling.
Bro, but it's not a horror movie.
I mean, The Conjuring is pretty iconic for our era.
Yeah, I agree. Conjuring's definitely up there.
They did Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, Evil Dead Rise is great. But yeah, it's got to be a Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a great question, though. And let's see what
What's
else.
the next one?
This is from at the Wasteland Reviewer, another friend of the podcast. Thank you for the question. What are your thoughts on Zach Creggers doing a Resident Evil film?
So, I've never seen any of the Resident Evil films, but after watching his last two movies, I'm so down. I kind of want to play the games. I've heard really good things about him. But I know that he said his movie, like, he also described it as his Evil Dead 2, which makes me very, very interested. And they also said it's not based off a singular game. It's going to be, like, taking place in the world of Resident Evil, but it's his own story.
Yeah, and also Austin Abrams, who played James in Weapons, is playing the lead in the movie.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it's kind of fun
Yeah, it's cool.
because they worked well together. I don't know too much about Resident Evil as well. I've watched like some of the movies, the original ones. They're not that great.
Yeah.
And I know it has like a huge fan base with the game. So as long as he's faithful to the game and treats those fans right and gives them what they want, then I'll be happy with it. I'm sure it'll be good because he's made good stuff so like thus far. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you think, Cass, if you have any thoughts on that.
Oh yeah, I don't really know anything about Resident Evil. Video game?
It's
that
like
sounds,
zombies.
That sounds cool, yeah. Zombies,
Yeah.
Japanese horror game series. Sounds fun, actually. I feel like that could be really cool, but
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about it.
All right, well, thanks for the question. And then we have one more. This is from at Caitlin015 on Instagram. Shout out Caitlin. Thank you for the question. And she asked, what was the best POV scene from Weapons?
Oh, easily, I think the kid chasing the grandma through the build, like the house.
I don't know.
Wait, what part is that?
Like at the end, there's like a scene where it's like point of view of the kid, and the kid runs through the window, and like runs. I don't know if
I
it's.
feel like I mean her question might have been like a chapter, no?
No,
Maybe
I
I'm
think
wrong.
I think she meant POV. Like,
Wait, in Weapons,
like-
you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I.
oh
think.
wait,
Like point
Well, I
of view,
guess-
like
I don't know if she means like literal point of view, like when they're holding the camera and it's from their point of view, because there was a lot of those.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Or if she meant like which chapter, like which person's point of view. Well, we can answer both, I guess. My like literal point of view, I mentioned it earlier, but when Justine is in her bed and you kind of get in her point of view and like creeping into the
Yeah.
hallway and like looking through, that was just really creepy whenever you had her POV and then you look up and it's fucking Gladys on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I really like that. That was well done.
I feel like I don't know, like specifically remember if this was like would be like POV scene, but when Archer kind of goes to attack Justine, and then the principal like is running towards them. Like I like the principal scene of that too, where because I think that was some of that was like kind of POV when he was like
Yeah, I
running
think-
across town and like so far to like get straight to her, and then really attacking. It's like super close up. That was a really like exciting, fun one.
Yeah, definitely when they're sitting at the gas station arguing and it shows him running
He's
towards
coming.
them. That's
Yeah.
definitely Justine's POV, I think. Right?
Yeah, that was funny.
She's like looking. Yeah, that was a good one too. But if you're talking about chapters though, Caitlin, I don't know, be more specific next time, please.
It was
Chapter's gotta be James, or that was fun, or Alex.
Alex.
I liked I feel like Alex is the best one. And also I thought the cop was good too. I kind of liked
I don't
learning
even
a little
remember
bit.
that one really.
Just like learning his backstory. It was kind of funny. I don't know. I just liked he's on the phone with his wife, who he clearly hates, and it's like I don't know. He's just kind of like a pathetic person. But
that was sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Alex, if that's what you meant. But anyways, thank you so much for the question. And yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps things up. Joe, before we end, do you want to recommend a movie for next episode?
Yeah. So the movie I'm actually going to recommend, it came out in 2004, and it's directed by Richard Linklater. Linklater. It's Before Sunset. So this is actually a sequel to a movie, but they're pretty like you could watch them on their own and it's okay.
Is it Ethan Hawke?
Yep, Ethan Hawke and Julia Delpy, I believe.
Delphi, I think.
And essentially it's about these two people that meet on a train in Vienna, and they have one night together, and then they reconnect 9 years later, like in Paris, and it's like they have one evening together with each other, and they just kind of, it's about that.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I thought for some reason you were recommending the third in the trilogy, which is Before Midnight.
No.
But no.
No, Before Midnight is the second one.
No, it's not.
Hold on, wait. Oh, no.
Which one are you recommending?
I'm recommending Before Sunset.
The second
one, yes.
Okay, that's my favorite of the three.
Yeah,
so
that's I believe that's the highest rated. Well, they're both four Before Sunrise and Before Sunset are both 4.3, and Before Midnight's 4.0.
You gotta watch those too.
Yeah.
A lot of people say this is like the greatest trilogy ever.
So far, it's up there.
So far it's amazing, but yeah, so I'm very excited.
When we did our top 10 trilogies video, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like third or fourth for me.
X.
What do you mean by that?
X, Pearl, and
They didn't stick the landing for me.
The X trilogy.
X and Pearl are great, but
I agree. Maxine kind of like flopped.
But all right, well. Thanks everyone for listening. Cass, thank you so much for joining us on this episode. We hope you had a good time talking film with us, even if we didn't always agree.
Thanks for having me, guys. Hopefully I'll be back. The people.
Yeah, you'll be back. You'll be back. I appreciate you have a lot of good insights. So we'll do maybe a non-horror episode. Should be fun. But yeah, that's really it. Do you want to shout yourself out at all?
Just follow my letterbox at ladybird69420. That's all.
All right, shout out Nami too. She's chilling over. She's been very active this episode. Yeah, she almost killed the entire episode before.
She almost nuked that.
I didn't feed her. Yeah, she's like circling me like a shark.
But follow us on social media. I'll be making some TikTok clips out of this. Follow me on TikTok. I put in a lot of effort there, so give me some views, please, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Oh wait, should we do a thumbnail pose?
Well, what about the one before?
What should we do?
Should I get Nami?
What? Yeah, get Nami. Yeah. I'm gonna do like a crazy. Should I move my mic? No, I gotta keep it. Alright, ready?
Oh my gosh! Okay, good.
You got it.
I think we got it.
There's gotta be one. There's gotta be one in there.
Okay, let me feed her before she rips my head off.
Alright, Alright, take care, everyone.
Peace.
Bye.